Hello and welcome to Chaotic Calling. I'm the DM Starwind and I'm joined by some inquisitive adventurers to play through our trials through Elsparia. Joining me, we have Amara,
Hi.
Faustus,
Good evening.
Kronk,
That's me.
and Oren.
Hello.
Surfik will be in the background today, but we'll make sure he's somewhat present. So, last time our party of new adventurers met a half-ogre named Reaver who retrieved all three of those wonderful direwolves and dragged them back and alerted the guards that there were some orcs in the alley that were responsible for their rushing off. The group, in need of information, decided to go see someone who might be able to help, more upkeep by Surfik's introduction, if you would. Upon traveling towards the Lord College, a hooded man bumps into Faustus and a glass-breaking sound is heard by some. The man quickly skitters away, and the porcelain piece is found at Faustus' feet. Retrieving the piece and catching up to the man, Imara is temporarily reunited with her father, Rudin. Rudin informs Amara that he's happy she's okay, and that he must flee before families affected by the mistake he made take action against him. Putting it lightly. Letting him be, the group remains intact and visits Mora. Mora has been waiting for Surfik to return from his errands, and now can finally get back to his writings, and then meets everyone else, of course, asking him questions about the man in the cloak and the hawk pin. I believe that was brought up. Correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't pan out any info because he just did not know. And the whereabouts of a woman named Scarlet Jadeas leads them to the Tarkov stable. Surfik offers to show the new people around, and with that, the group continues. Once at Tarkov's, they find Reaver, the half-ogre, in the middle of training session with the very wolves from earlier. Convinced now they have a master they will serve, Kronk is satisfied for the time being with the outcome. Tarkov offers information about a cabin in the woods north of town and off to the west a little ways. As the party begins trekking the woods, the group of goblins are found and a battle ensues. After making it through the scrape, the adventurers rest up and prepare once more to find the cabin, which Kronk is realizing is about 250 or so trees away. And you guys were finishing up a short rest. However, as I've instructed before we got started, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody level up to 2. And our rules for rolling HP is everybody rolls, and if you roll below half your hit die, just take half your hit die. So with that, we'll let everybody get their HP up and get them more prepared for what may or may not come. So wow, there you go. Whoa.
That's
oh no.
not the +3, right?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. That's with the +3 on it, yeah.
Woohoo.
Yeah, so that's how much you would add.
Ah!
Ooh, good rolls. 2
I
crit.
think I'm a D8. I just can't remember.
Yeah, you make sure you adjust that D8, and yeah, you could just literally hit the hit die the same way you did your points. Or, whenever you're taking your short rest, and it'll be just the same. That's the number you would use.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a D20. I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah. What?
No. We want the D20 roll. Wink, wink.
I thought it said D8. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'll take that anyway.
So
there
much
you go.
HP that way.
Yeah, everybody scored pretty hard on that. That's pretty good. So everybody got at least, I think, what is that, average for Faustus?
I literally got average.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was average for you, but everybody else is kind of like in a critical area.
But, Faustus also has access to temporary hit points, so I think he'll be fine for now.
I think Kronk also got around average, if not 1 point over. I'm not sure, but either way,
Looks like we're average.
There you go. You guys are doing good on HP. Let's see, that's everybody's HP. I mean, there's no archetypes yet for some. I don't know, does level 2 give anybody anything new, or?
That's something new, but it's not really going to be.
I get item infusions, so give me a bit to reacquaint myself with this.
Yes. What else?
So, I don't get my boon until level 3, so...
Yeah.
I get
but I do
another
get to pick a spell out.
I get another cantrip, and I get to pick my circle. But
What circle is Kronk? That is a curiosity of mine.
circle land. I think I'm gonna go just a little bit out of character and maybe go with Forest or something.
Actually, I should probably double check my subclass spells to see if I want one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you keep an eye on that. I am also going to just look at Circle of Land real quick. Oh, I have to look up this.
Just spells and stuff, really.
Yeah.
And I don't think I get the spells till level 3 anyways. But I get my cantrip now.
Dead.
Oh, you cut it out there, what'd you say?
I get Turn Undead, Artist, and then I also get my Channel of Divinity for Forge Stone.
Noise. Land was Xanadar, was it?
God.
Not too sure.
What is this?
Actually, I think Circle of Land is just PHB.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, never mind. The other two that I was looking at, I don't know why it wasn't showing up on that other one, but yeah. Trying to see what I gotta look forward to your circle.
Alright,
Yeah.
pick 4.
So Forest just pretty much gives you like a certain spell array to pick from, is that right?
Well, something went wrong with mine. It gave me 36 hit points, but I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be at 22.
Yeah, just fix
I
it there in case you might have hit it twice or something, I don't know. Check what level you are too.
This I'm Fortune Main Clark 2. So something just went weird with the health. But
Alright, you got it? You got it figured out?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. No, I appreciate the honesty there. Yeah, everybody rolled pretty good on their HP though, so that's definitely pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, that should be all for Faustus.
Alright. Now, I know you guys are still looking up stuff and kind of like springing this at the beginning of the game. I just thought it'd be better to do that, but last time we left off, like I know some of you might be finished, so like I kind of missed part of the conversation as you guys were having your short rests because of my own problems in real life, but at the same time it's definitely a good chance to like touch up on stuff we were talking about. So if there's anything you want to like recap on that final conversation, especially to help me out because I missed
as part of at least what Faustus did anyway was after thanking Surfict for saving his life, he also handed over his light crossbow in thanks.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, Amara was kind of getting lectured about the importance of not friendly firing.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Time don't stand there.
Not my fault. I was surrounded by goblins.
Yeah, it looked like a good idea at the time. What was I supposed to do? All right.
It's like if you just move the spell effect like 5 feet to the right.
But I won't hit them all.
Oh, I gotta pick this one. This is exciting.
Oh no, she's too excited. Everybody run! Alright, so... Yeah, just I don't know, I'm trying to do this in a way that I'm not rude and trying to rush you, but at the same time, I do want to make sure we're not boring people at home.
Go ahead, I only have 2 more things to pick.
Alright, I mean, pretty much you guys are just finishing up this short rest, and you feel more energized, and Surfic will be coming back to do his level up whenever he comes back next week, and we'll see where that goes. But for the rest of you, you're just finishing up this short rest. The day is still yours. How would you like?
Faustus is kind of like playing with the hole on his shirt. Well, this is ruined. I liked this vest too.
Do you see in the corner of the camera shot that Faustus is in, and Mara just kind of slowly peeks in from the lower left-hand corner, like a weird gif, and she's just like, looking at the hole and you're not noticing, and she kind of pops up from out of nowhere and goes,
The needle thread can fix in no time.
Oh, well, I suppose you're right, but I'm afraid I didn't bring one with me. So where did you come from, by the way?
Not scared?
and she thinks and she wonders if she should work on her scare tactics.
So she's trying to be sneaky, I see.
I'm afraid you're a bit too adorable to be scary.
What?
But you kind of make me think of like a little sister, but bigger. If I ever had one.
She kind of measures her height.
Like, how small are they supposed to be?
She like puts her hand like a foot from the floor,
Like this big?
How tall is she again?
like 4 foot.
She's already short.
She's small.
Okay, I actually was not sure about your height. It's like, well, I suppose you might be right. I guess could also be maybe a foot shorter. I don't have any personal experience with this. Mostly just, things I read from storybooks.
Neither do I.
So I suppose you don't have any siblings yourself?
Well, I mean, kinda, but not really. It's like they were kind of adopted, but then they weren't. But we're kind of all a big family.
I think I understand what you mean.
While they're talking, Oren's probably gonna be on watch and keeping an eye to make sure there's no other goblins coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check with your perception. Yeah, it looks clear for now. Like, you guys got several dead bodies around you to alert the wildlife that this is not a good place to be reckoning.
Because 2 goblins escaped, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm good. We have to be on guard, everybody. We didn't kill all of those goblins. They may come back.
Well, I severely injured one of them, so I doubt that they'll want to mess with us. I suppose there is the other one, but...
We see the camera pan about 100 feet away, and they're getting done with their short rest, too.
Just an awkward clip over.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, one thing with goblins is they always like to group up. I think we got their leader, but you never know. There could be more. There could be a bugbear. We don't know.
Goblins are the ants of the human world.
We do have ants. We don't like ants either, but I'd rather deal with ants than goblins.
The bite of one goblin is nothing, but of 100 will kill a man.
I mean, that's
Definitely,
sound
and
logic.
definitely kill us.
Well, I've never had that experience, but I'll take your word for it.
All right. You guys want to gather up and start moving on, or?
Yeah, I think
Sure.
we should move on. I think we've rested up.
Yes, we probably should get to the cottage, I suppose, before night falls.
I would agree.
Yeah,
Kronk will take the lead.
yeah. Rock knows exactly how many trees it's going to take. So with that, Rock starts leading you off, and you start heading westwardly. Yeah, I mean, is there a marching order? I mean, we got Kronk on the front line, so we'll put Kronk here. And then you can just kind of line up around him how you want this formation to be in case something happens.
And just so we're all aware, Kronk is going at Kronk speed.
Very Kronk. Yeah, Oren might be like, come on, let's go. I don't know. But yeah.
He's nowhere near taking the straightest path. Straightest path.
Alright. Alright, yeah. So you guys travel pretty much in this formation here, and
While we're traveling, Oren's gonna tell him Amara, make sure you don't move up too far ahead. Last time you did almost get caught by the goblin.
I didn't think there was anyone on the road.
It's always good to go at a slower pace.
What about you?
Those
What
are
if you
wise
get caught?
words.
Sorry, Kronk, you got cut off. Go ahead.
Those are wise words.
And think about it this way: if you're running through the forest, you will not be able to see the scenery as you are walking through the forest. When you're walking, you can see around you much clearer. But when you're running, your peripheral vision is obstructed because you're just looking forward. But as we walk, we can keep an eye on our flanks, we can keep an eye on our left, our right, what's up ahead. We're more aware and less likely to get ambushed.
Huh.
And she thinks very hard. Makes sense.
Alright, you guys continue proceeding, having this lovely conversation. About 150 trees pass by. Yeah, you can just stay where you are there, Kronk. You don't have to move. We're gonna just kind of like theater the mind and just kind of like keep this layout just in case.
Wow, look at him run!
Away he goes.
That is the fastest I've seen him move.
But, so who's leading? Well, I'll ask this, like, perception check and who's going to be making it, and then if anybody wants to help, you can have advantage on it.
I'll be definitely.
I'm looking for rocks.
ahead.
You're looking for rocks? Alright. So helping in a different way. Alright, so Kronk, yeah. You scan around, no signs of goblins, and the trees are just pretty much telling you which way to go. And let's see here. So it's probably like getting, I think it was already midday whenever we started this, so we're probably about 1, 2 in the afternoon. And you just continue westwardly until you start to see small plumage of smoke. Doesn't look like a fire that's out of control or anything. It just looks like it's... Well, with that perception check, you would kind of like make out the outlines on top of this hill that there's like a chimney that's puffing out smoke.
That is the cottage ahead.
Well, either that or a goblin camp.
There's a chimney. Goblins have open fires.
We run now?
I've been running the last 3 hours. How are you not tired?
He like looks at you.
Wow, you're not fast!
But he's going at a pace that is going to keep us safe.
Life is an endurance. You must take your time.
Moving closer and closer up to this hill, you can kind of like make out a log cabin. Just, you know, looks like it's made for one for the most part. Just has like enough square footage that you can see from the outside the house, at least one person with, you know, the necessities. But there it is, alone out in the middle of this woods on top of a hill.
Well, they're not expecting us, so we should approach cautiously and make sure our weapons are put away. We don't want to be looking like bandits.
So I don't think that they will think of me as a bandit if I walk up to the door.
Alright, so you're gonna just walk up?
Well, it's like Faustus will take charge at this point and
Alright.
just like walk up to the doorway. So, well then, I guess here it goes. And
Okay.
he knocks on the door.
You hear like a rattling of glass clicking, and a sullen movement from inside can be heard as footsteps, you know, clamber. And then you hear a sharp womanly voice goes, "Who's there?"
Yes, to whom do I have the honor of speaking?
That's not how this works. You tell me who's there right now, or I'll send the dogs after you.
Oh, all right. My name is Faustus Dawnbreaker.
Woof, woof,
Perhaps.
woof, woof. Yep, I got them right here. They're gonna come out and get you. Woof, 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 woof.
Oh, she has dogs.
I'm pretty sure you don't want to deal with those dogs. As I said, I am Faustus Dawnbreaker. Am I speaking to one Scarlet Judeus?
You hear like a pause, and then as she gets closer to the door, you hear a muffled woof, 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 and then she slowly opens it, and his face peeks out. Do I know you?
I'm afraid that you and I have never met, but perhaps you know my family.
You said Don Maker, Don Jakers. What was it again?
It's Dawnbreaker, madam.
Okay, and let me see here. Let me go with my notes real quick so I can tell you who you're looking at here. So she opens the door up a little bit wider. Let me double check here. And before you see not like an elderly woman, but she's like in her middle age. She has long red hair, and she's wearing a hooded cloak made out of black silks. You can see what looks like a gnarled staff that's up off to the side of the wall. And then as you kind of like look in, you don't see any dogs. And she says, "Whole group of you? What do you need me for?"
Oh, it's that well, I guess it comes in two forms. There were people in the city concerned for your safety. There have been, I suppose, goblins running around. We had an encounter with them. But also, I've been sent here by my family to meet with you and to offer any assistance.
"Oh, assistance! Come in, come in!" And she starts ushering you all in. And as you kind of like come in, you can see like a living room that would be normal for a normal person is decked out in a very cult-like scenario. You see what looks like a pentagram on the floor and candles outlining it, and she's like, "Oh, don't bother with that. Everything's fine." And she kind of like ushers you into like a kitchenette area where you guys can like take seats at the little bar where she has like stools and a small little table where people can sit around. It's not every day I get guests, especially this many and this wide of array.
Do you have dogs?
No. I mean, make a perception check. Maybe they're hiding
Alright.
somewhere.
Is determined to find these dogs and pet them.
You look and look. You know you heard them. They were there.
We're
But-
there. I just keep looking.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're nowhere to be found, but you're definitely still looking for them.
Is there anything like showing like something about like religion that I could look into? Like
Absolutely. Yes. Make a religion check as you're entering into this home. You know, this part is a little sketchy, so to speak. Like you would still have a little bit of knowledge, but the whole intent of this ritual circle, as it were, like it draws some ire, but you can't quite place exactly what. So as far as being able to pinpoint what that circle is meant for, you feel like it might be bad, but at the same time, it's like you've never seen it before. You can't quite place it. So, but yeah, that definitely like triggers something. But she just kind of like, "Do you want tea or anything? What can I get for all of you?"
Oh, tea would be lovely. Thank you.
Good. I'll get that started. And she starts setting up a pot and getting things brewing. And she kind of like turns in Amara's direction and then looks to you, Faustus. What is she doing?
I am not sure. Amara, what exactly are you doing?
Boy,
She's looking for the Iconian miniature dogs.
I just don't have the heart to tell her.
Oh my god.
They have been bred to be very small. They are the size of small water bugs.
Wow, really? And now she starts checking in vases
Oh my goodness.
and jars.
So she's like pulling the silk cloak over her head more. Like, okay, interesting guests I have here today. You said you're with the Dawnbreakers, was it?
But yes, I'm their son.
Do these people know?
It's about my family or about the business.
Exactly.
They're ignorant.
Shall we have a conversation in private then?
That may be best. It's although maybe prepare the tea for them so they have something to
Oh,
drink.
absolutely. Let me finish up with that. So, yeah, she's just pretty much inquiring there, and she prepares tea for all of you. Sets out a glass. It's like a steeped green tea that she's prepared, and not the best, but it'll do in a pinch. Here you go, lovelies.
Do you have any spruce tips?
Spruce tips.
No tea for me. I'm good.
Well, it's there if you change your mind. I don't know if I have what you're looking for. Turtle. Never seen one up close before, though I have heard rumors about your kind. Lives in the Southern Isles, is it? Very fun place from what I heard.
I have not been to the Isles in many a year.
I've heard it's been divine here lately, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Well, here, please enjoy your tea while me and the sir here will have a conversation elsewhere. No offense, but personal matters.
I won't tarry for too much. Enjoy yourselves, please.
And she kind of like pulls you off to the side to a different room, and we see the door close behind them. Do you guys do anything?
I'm gonna try and listen in.
Alright, that's one thing I need to know. Anything else going on? Is her furniture gonna be okay?
Imara's very delicate about her furniture,
Okay.
but she pulls out an abnormally large dust bunny and thinks it's a dog, and it's not, and continues searching.
Alright. So with that, I'll get a perception check from Oren, right? And then we'll proceed what happens inside the room. Ooh. Alright. So, kind of like close to the door, ears open, whatnot. But she like sits behind a small little desk in a room with a bed, and she stares up at you from behind the desk and says, "So, family sent you here to help?"
Yes, that is correct. They thought it about time that I contribute.
Yes, chaos will be in her name. Yes, it will. You do realize she's ascended, and that we must be diligent in her name.
But of course.
So, to help me, I need a certain ingredient. I'm working on a project, you see. And this project is to create a certain item so that our mistress, Minerva, can spread her chaos throughout the lands and continue her reign. However, I'm not sure how safe it is to get. I would get it myself, but... And as this conversation gets to that point, you guys can hear a at the door. And it's kind of coming from the lower end of the door as some kind of clacking of claws are against the door. It might be the dogs.
I knew it!
What on earth is that?
Sounds like the claws of the Chikaran skinless dog.
Yeah, so right now we're kind of zoomed out of the room. We don't actually hear it fully, but the guys out there are able to hear it. What do you guys do on the outside as we're kind of zoomed in on you at the moment?
The dog
The frog?
sound came from the
The clacking of claws that may be mistaken as dogs could be coming from the front door.
Imara opens the door.
As you open it, a red-scaled kobold tumbles inward. Wow!
It looks like I was mistaken.
Scarlet, are you here? And then, we hear that voice in the other room. It's like, oh God, did they find me? And
Warren moves away from the door.
Did who find you?
oh, there's a bunch of kobolds that I thought would be helpful, but apparently they are useless. One moment, and she gets up from her chair and she starts walking towards the door. Let's go check outside, shall we? And yeah, that brief conversation you started to have, she's like, opens the door, and she goes, Shella, what the hell are you doing in my house? Didn't I tell you, go do what I told you? And Shella's like, I did, mistress, I did. And she crawls over to her and pulls on her cloaks and be like, you won't believe it. He came, he's in the back, and he will not leave. We can't get rid of him, we need help. And she's trying to dust off this red-scaled kobold woman. It's like, get off, claws to self, I say. Now, you mean to tell me that the very thing I sent you for finally made its appearance? And the red-scaled yeah, he's there and we can't get rid of him. What are we supposed to do?
Oren's gonna say, what exactly did you want kobolds to do for you?
She kind of turns. So Mara's over there petting the kobold and she's like, hey, this is kind of nice. Definitely a change of pace. I can get behind this. Kind of like a moat going on with her. But our Scarlet kind of turns to Foss and says, as I was telling you, I need help with the project and I need an ingredient, and these kobolds have found the very specimen that I'm looking for. It's the manticore, is that right? Yes, the damn thing will not leave our house. We can't get it out of the back rooms. He's made home there and he won't leave. We need help. Please. Well, luck has it. What do you think, Faustus? You were sent here to help me, were you not?
Well, that is correct, and I suppose that's what you wanted me to ask me of?
Yes, if you be a deer, I need its tail. You can be creative. You can kill it if you like. But I just need the tail.
Well then, if that's what's asked of me, then I shall surely go and do it.
And Shella's like, no, you gotta get rid of it. Don't just take the tail, take the whole thing, please. Shella, be a dear and show these brave adventurers the way to your lair so that we can deal with this interloper, if you would. Shella kind of defeats, oh, can you please help? And she turns and tries to give you the doggy puppy eye look.
It's okay, little puppy. We'll help you.
She continues petting this kobold.
And Scarlet turns to Foss she is a weird one, but I do adore her. She's so chaotic.
Could I do a history check on the name Minerva? Because
Yes.
I was listening in.
Absolutely. History or religion. History. Let's see here. So, there's been some events that have happened in previous scenarios, and one of these dealt with a tiefling that's been spotted in the realm, and her name was Minerva. She was with a group known as it's like a chaos cult that she's a part of, but she was the avatar. She was the one who was being worshipped, and recently she has ascended. There has been a whole month every time at sunset where magic would go wild and chaotic, and every time somebody cast a spell, something chaotic would happen instead. And then finally that's kind of dissipated, but her ascension has made the cultists of chaos stronger. And with that, I mean, she's the centerpiece of all that chaos.
So she's not good.
Well, chaos isn't technically evil either.
Okay.
Trying to debate. Like, yeah, it's one of those moral dilemmas. Like, everybody's always remembers the worst thing you've ever done, but they never remember the good things you do. So, like, people might only remember the bad. So it's hard to say it's been obscured through the histories or if it's just, yeah, she might actually be evil. But all that's known is that she is a spear of chaos, and wherever she is, or wherever she's influencing, something's bound to happen.
Cool. Thank you.
No, thank you for reaching out for that lore.
Just,
Now-
at any rate, it probably would be a bad idea to leave the Manticore just doing as it wishes.
Yes, please come help us. Take it all. Don't just take the tail, please. This poor red-scaled, innocent kobold just kind of like looks up, almost teary-eyed, but then getting pats from Amara, and now it's like she lost in how she's actually supposed to be acting. But yeah, if you wish, Shella will show you the way to her lair, and hopefully you guys can help her. What do you guys want to do?
If I may ask for your assistance once more, I would greatly appreciate it.
Why do you need the tail of a manticore?
It's an ingredient for a project I am working on.
What sort of project? I can't imagine why someone would need a tail of a manticore.
Oh, enchanters do enchanting things, and weird parts are needed for enchantments.
It's nothing much stranger than a wizard asking for any everyday object, like a piece of copper, or even just like the soot from a flame.
Or a feather of a phoenix.
What for us?
Imara starts getting. Oh, excuse me.
What's in it for you?
Yes.
What do you want? Tell me, what would it take for you to help Faustus in his journey that I am offering him?
What do you have to offer?
You're adventuring, folks. Let's see. Perhaps a weapon that will improve your aim true. Perhaps a shield that can block the blows of your enemies better. Or maybe scrolls of magic that you can project at a moment's notice. These things I could probably provide you, depending upon I get what I need.
That seems like a lot
Wait a
of
minute.
maybes.
I think
Manticore's the one with horns?
She starts getting a little upset.
Now I'm confused. I better double check. Maybe.
No, Kronka, she's being facetious.
Oh, she's like mixing the manticore up with something else.
I've never seen them. Or I've heard about them, and they're not fun to. I've never wanted to see one, but you know what? I'm willing to help.
Oh, but manticores are the ones with the hooves and the pretty tails, and they have horns on their heads, and they chase rainbows.
Chase her.
Such as a
Okay,
goat.
okay. I don't know. I think she's talking about a unicorn. Are you talking about a unicorn, dear?
They're not manticores?
Oh, I see where you got it confused. Listen, child, I will tell you this. If you bring me a horn of a unicorn, I probably have lots of rewards for that. But the manticore tail is what I need right now. The unicorn horn can wait. I mean, I don't even know where you would go. Actually, Foster's might actually know where to find. But that's neither here nor there. That's somewhere in Parenthia, I'm sure. But I need the tail of a manticore. A manticore is like a giant, ugly lion with wings and a tail that I need.
Okay.
Suddenly everything's better.
That's a girl. She pats you on the head for no reason at all. But yeah, she will convey to you if like she's not sure what kind of weapon she may ask of her, so she's been leaving it vague. And you, let's see here. So you made a history check on like the circle that was in the middle of the room. How about an investigation check?
Okay.
Just to kind of like learn more about her without asking, unless you want to ask her. But if you want to be quiet about it, I'll let you use your investigative skills to figure it out.
I'll try and be quiet.
All right.
Oh, okay, that's more.
Yeah, she's making a lot of promises, and you really don't know what around here can actually measure up to give you what you want. But you can either take her at her word or ask her more questions. It's all up to you. Sure, Surfic would be panicking right now, unsure to help or not.
Well, I'm willing to help you. I would. If we help you, you help us. That's always a good deal.
Or tit for tat, yes.
Shield is always useful, I always say. But I think we should help get this manticore. It seems like that kobold.
Please, take the whole thing. Why is she petting me?
Right there, little puppy, and
Yes, I do believe she thinks you're a dog.
And then,
Well, I'm ready. You guys are. Let's go kill us some manticore.
And as you're telling everybody to go, you hear Ace off, woof woof, as somebody seems to be projecting their voice towards the kobold.
I knew it!
Mars.
Yeah, and then Scarlet just kind of like cackles a bit. Shella's like defeated, like, no. And then, yeah, at this point, is there anything else you want to do here before moving on, or are you good?
Laura picks up the dog
Yeah.
by the rib cage and just
Just like, come on, we'll help you out. And she starts.
bringing it along.
Feet kicking in the wind, and her arms like, ah. Go ahead.
Like, does she have enough strength to lift that thing?
I think she does, yeah. I mean, kobolds are only like 30 pounds, right?
Do you want me to roll?
Oh yeah, true.
I don't mind if you want to. Go for it. Make a... Oh. You lift and lift. Like, okay, you do pick her up, but she, like, forces you back down because she's kicking so hard and kind of, like, throws you off balance, and the two of you almost start to tumble.
She, like, drags the thing from behind her, like,
Come on.
Mistress, save me! And she's, like, clawing at the ground as you're, like, pulling her by the leg or tail, and she's like, no!
oh my god!
Imara, it does not wish to be your pet.
He can talk. He doesn't. It's not a wild animal.
It's not my pet, it's her pet. But it's its home. We need to help.
Oh, Scarlet is cackling like the wind. And she's
Then,
like...
then won't you let the pet lead the way? I'm afraid that if it's in your arms, it cannot lead that.
Yes, let me lead.
Well, it's like pulling him, let's go, and this thing goes like flying.
Whoa! She kind of like rubs her face as she kind of like runs through some dirt and everything, picks herself up, dusts herself off. It's like, okay, take the entire manticore though, please. And then take her with you. But please, help. And then she starts leading you further into the forest heading west.
Into the woods, it's always when you think at last you're through, and then...
Then die to a manticore.
Cue the musical.
So as we go through the Broadway musical of Going Through the Woods, yeah, you guys have a little bit of time for conversation as this kobold is like casually looking around, making sure that the path is clear, making sure no monsters are coming up on them, and you just kind of like see her skittering ahead of you, and then like telling you come this way, kind of like Smeagol telling Frodo, come on, it's this way.
She said it flies, so we're gonna have to be careful about this thing, guys.
Well, I'm sure that we're all capable of dealing with some flying enemies if it should come to it.
I'm more concerned like it flying past me or Prong and coming after the two of you.
Yeah, feel free to have a conversation.
Well, then I'll just be sure to take a position where it could not possibly do so.
The trees will be our friends.
At the very least, I doubt it will be able to sneak on us. It's a bit too large for that.
Hopefully.
There you go. There's Shella.
Question. Since
Yep.
we have finished a long rest, are we officially level 2?
Yeah, you're at level 2. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you take a full rest on it instead of short rest and just be level 2. So anything that needs to be reset, go ahead and reset for a long rest. Like, you can have all your spell slots back if you need them.
Right.
Yep. Make it easy for this round so that we don't have to calculate that stuff. But, whoever's leading the pack, if you want to make a perception check, the kobold will as well.
I'll lead with the
Alright.
kobold.
Here. Yeah, that sounds about right. You can see her looking directly inside trees for no reason at all. She's like looking through the trunks, making sure there's nothing out there to get them, and then just casually keeps walking around. But you go ahead and roll a perception.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
You hear in the distance, like no more than about 60 feet away, the stomping of small feet. Not like our kobold friend who's been stomping around in front of you, but maybe those goblins you left behind comes to mind.
Guys, we have something up ahead. I hear something.
And as you say that, you can make out like 4 goblins in a nearby bush that were getting ready to ambush you, but you're fully aware they're there. And at this point, I think it would be a good idea if we go ahead and roll initiative, because you guys are not going to get the drop on it. Then we will just kind of like put these guys up here. So they came back with more, not quite as many as they wanted to. And while you guys go ahead and click your tokens and add to the initiative, make sure, yeah, that's fresh initiative. Go ahead and switch out our
Since
music.
mine didn't go through, can you input it or do I got to re-roll?
Click your token first, and then click the initiative. You got to make sure you have your left click on the token, so it knows what token to put on.
Okay.
There you go. That worked that time, Carl. All right, and let's do a. Get on the right layer here. I'll do a initiative for our here kobold, and then initiative for our gobos. Wow, they got. It's not a surprise round. However, the goblins are at the top, and then we just see them all take out short bows and holler at the top of their lungs and start parading you guys with arrows in the air. Let's see here. One for each of you. How's that sound?
That's fair.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. So let's start with the front line. We'll go Orn first. Then we go to Kronk, Faustus, Imara. Hey Faustus, you're like an arrow magnet.
I guess I'm just that attractive.
Oh, hey! That was
All
good.
right. Yeah, you're attracting something, that's for sure. So 5 piercing the Faustus. As another hole, it's on the sleeve this time as it lands in your upper left-hand shoulder, and you just kind of like haven't had time to fix this shirt, and now you got another wound and 5 piercing damage as it lands in. And the goblin's turn is done, and then all of a sudden, this kobold of ours has like looked around, like, huh? Not them again! And then she will cast Firebolt at one. And get a...
Oh, nice.
Holy crap. Get out of my forest, you assholes! We see a fiery flame flick from her hands, and it just lands on top of one of the goblins on the far left, and it just ignites in flames and then quickly burns out and falls over dead.
Wow.
And now it's Amara's turn after being amazed by the puppy.
Well, let's see here.
And she's going to bonus action, kind of pick up a handful of pebbles off the ground, kind of dexterously kind of roll them over her knuckles, grab a rubber band sling, put it between her index and pinky finger, and once again produce her magic stone slingshot.
All right.
So let's see. I'm going to aim for this one. Actually, I'm going to aim for this one.
I'm sorry, which one did you point at? Ooh,
This
that
one.
hurts. Yeah, go for it. Roll damage on that one. And then tell me how your rock kills a goblin.
This is for Faustus' vest!
And she leashes it, and it just kind of cracks the skull, I guess, and down he goes.
Crack! Ah! Yeah, your rock went right through the skull and penetrated the brain, and he is no longer thinking about how to kill you. He is now thinking how he's going to survive in the underworld. Anything else for your turn? Movement? All right.
She kind of backs up behind the turtle, and she's like, kind of like realizing what she did. It's the end of her turn.
Nice, nice. Faustus, you're up.
Oh, Faustus is once again just ruffled about the fact that his shirt has been ruined twice in one day.
I know, right? What are we going to do? Only somebody knew mending.
And so Faustus just directly points at let's see, which one of you still alive? Up this one. Points at that one and mutters in a language supposedly unintelligible to the party, unless one of you speaks Infernal, and fires a fiery blast at it.
All right, go ahead and roll that. Eldritch Blast hits. Wow, what happened?
Actually, you know what? I forgot that. I forgot to add my Eldritch Invocations. I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah, there you go. Like
it's agonizing blast will add an extra 4.
Yeah, from your charisma bonus. All right, cool. And we're level 2, so it's only 1 still, right?
Yeah, it's still only 1.
Well, good news is you actually hit something. So it
Thank God.
Yeah, your Eldritch Blast goes off. Like you're still getting used to this power, right? Like you just recently came into it, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, please remind me. But got to train, and now it
First time for a field test.
There you go. So yeah, you slam this Eldritch Blast into him. He gets knocked on his butt, and he quickly stands back up, and he's rubbing his chest where the impact of the blast hit him, and he's trying to re-aim the bow in your direction. Anything else for your turn?
It's he does make a movement back to back behind the beefier boys.
All right. Next up is Kronk.
Skronk's gonna make sure he's standing nice and tall in front of the squishies, and he's gonna cast Frost Bite at that guy there.
All right. DC 13 con. All right, let me get that con save for you, friend. We get a 12, and he is really chilly now. Does Frostbite do something else, like hinder movement, I believe?
Disadvantage next turn, I believe it is.
I thought that was the one that did the 10-foot movement loss. I'll just look it up real quick.
On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold and has disadvantage on the next attack.
Oh, okay.
Weapon
cool.
attack.
Well, what am I thinking?
Yeah,
of
you're thinking of. I believe you're thinking of Frost Beam ? There are two ice cantrips.
Yeah.
You can confuse them.
It's fine. It's easy to confuse. That's fine. All right. So we see an icy blast come from Kronk, and it bites into this goblin. He's got visible shivers as he's coated with the white icing of this frostbite, and he just looks like he's about to go down, but still very much alive. He's hanging on. Anything else for your turn, Kronk?
I don't think I have a good bonus action as a druid, so pass.
And with that, it is now Orin's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast. So Oren's going to take out his he's gonna hold out his hammer, and he's gonna point it at the goblin directly in front of him, and he's going to cast Sacred Flame.
All right, yeah. So light him up. It's a dex save for him. All right. Wow, he totally failed that. And with that, your Sacred Flame kills him.
So you see the radiant energy come and take out the goblin, and he just burns from the inside, and his eyes radiate smoke as the radiant energy takes his life.
All right, yeah, Shell is over there like, oh, good. I'm surrounded by people who know what they're doing. This is great news. And now we come to the goblin who is still chilled. He's like, he steps backward and he yells something out in Goblin. Do any of you speak Goblin?
Nope.
All right. So, and he will hurl a arrow at one of you. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll roll like a d5 here. Go in a clock circle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Mara, how are you doing? Here comes a stray arrow. Ping!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. 6 piercing as it lands into your leg. And then this kobold like screams as it watches you get hit and goes, "Don't you do that to my master!" Wait a minute, she's not my master. Whatever. And then she like casts another firebolt. Wow, she is hitting like a truck. And then all of a sudden burst into flames. And at the moment, Amara, it looks like things are settled down, but you did see it yell to something behind him. And just for the sake of turn order, we'll just say these guys come in now. So they were like laying back in the bushes, just waiting for these guys to like lure you closer. And then all of a sudden they see that the front line got wiped out and they start rushing forward. And then you see 3 burly hobgoblins come crushing out. Unfortunately, they're unable to do anything at this moment, but they are there. So, Amara, what would you like to do on your turn?
Uh-oh.
How far away are they? Let me see.
Not too bad. They're within fireball range. Oh, and nobody can cast
Only.
If only.
Alright, so here comes Magic Rock number 2.
Here we go.
Let's
Off to the side somewhere, just does not land where it needs to land.
I missed.
She's going to kind of take another step back and kind of kneel down and tend to her leg. It's the end of my turn.
Alright, Faustus. These new challengers have emerged out of the forest.
So then we only see 3 of them, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, this has long-term uses anyway. So, like pointing at that one over there, he starts muttering something under his breath as this boyo is now hexed.
Oh, nice. Okay, we get a hex sign on this guy.
Oh, I forgot to.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot that's the attack, not the spell thing. But you know what that does.
Yeah, you just call it out. And then do you want to do an ability check on him to curse, or?
Might as well be strength, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just put STR in the captions there. All right, cool. And
he'll be firing that Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, let him have it.
Please. Is it enough?
Not enough. So yeah,
Damn.
You hit him, and it hits this metal armor that he has on, and it kind of like deflects off, doing no apparent damage to him. Anything else for your turn? Yeah.
That'll be it.
All right, Kronk, you're up, my friend.
So I'm gonna just move up 10 feet and just cast fire or frostbite again on the middle one.
All right, yeah, excellent. So he needs a con. It's a 12, so he'll take 4 and have disadvantage, right? Alright.
Yeah.
Mark that he is still alive. He feels a frosty chill come over his face, and he, like, shakes it off. And, yeah, there's, like, a long icicle on his nose that just falls to the ground. But, yeah, he took some damage there. Looks still healthy, and he will have disadvantage on his next attack. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Let's see what these guys can do. I think this one in the back will pull out a longbow. Alright, so 2 of them rush you, Kronk. And they pull out these long swords, trying to get at you. So we'll go... once per turn. Ooh, okay, that's pretty deadly. So 17 and a 15. I don't think they hit. Oh, do they? Not
Nope,
quite.
misses.
Alright, so the longbow shot will go to... I think it would shoot the kobold because he was she was blasting a couple of them. But a 12 misses our kobold friend. Yep, sure does. Alright, and with that, that's their turn. Orin, you are up again, my friend.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my light hammer. I'm going to move here, and I'm going to attack that hobgoblin right near me.
Now, might I make a suggestion for you?
What?
If you move here, you can have advantage.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because we can
Move
flank. Like, as long as you're flanking with the turtle, you can have advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be you, enemy, ally. Murder sandwich straight across. And you can have advantage. And let that 21 hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Thank you. 6 bludgeoning.
So you brush in with your hammer and crack into his casing, and he gets crushed in the ribs with this hammer blow and takes 6 points of damage. Still very much alive, though, at this moment. Anything else for your turn?
No, that'll end my turn. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Alright, goblins are deceased because they are burning crispers. Our kobold scalebound friend will assist in one way or another. Who should we go after? I mean, we could just go after them all, right? So we see our kobold friend just jump up and down, and then all of a sudden there's like 3 flaming spears that are up in the air by their face, and then she points at one and it fires off at one direction. She points at the other and it fires off in a different, and she's just basically casting Scorching Ray on each of these creatures. So here is the first ray on the first. Holy crap, she is on fire. What? I should. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, either way. Alright, so who do I want to kill? Yeah, for this one that is on, that you guys were flanking, dead now because of the Scorching Ray. I did not bring this character around just to, like, clear the enemies for you, but at the same time, I guess it's alright. Alright, the second one misses. And so does the third. So she gets 1 good hit on the first guy, but the other 2 just kind of like go a little too far and stray and just kind of like hit the dirt and just dissipate. Like, I got 1 though. That's all that matters. You are next. Get out of my forest. And Imara.
Perfect. Surfect, do you think you can help me out with my leg? Ow.
I don't know. I've been idle this whole time. No, this is me. Don't worry. But yeah, we'll see.
Wow.
I'll come over and see what I can do. I can't promise you anything. But yeah, what would you like to do for your turn now?
Hoping he's got a cure wounds for me. I'll use my last magic stone on this guy over here.
We'll check Surfic here in a minute. I'll put him on a turn order. Don't pet the hair the wrong way. Yeah. Oh, 9. The rock just kind of like skips and bounces off the ground. And just
Kind of like wobbles and loses her aim and takes the knee again.
Ow.
so Surfik, I will say since he didn't take a turn. Like, I haven't been putting him in a turn order because he's not here to play his character, but I'll check real quick if he has. Like, if he's the healer, then. Yeah.
Yes. He used it last time.
Yeah, but long rest. So there you go. I'll give you at level 1. He amends the wound that you have inflicted. And then he will start, like, holding actions on his turn until, like, he's needed. So, like, if he needs to cure somebody, he'll be ready for that. So, yeah, now he's officially in the turn order. And I just kind of, like, gave him a turn because he didn't have a turn before. So, there you go. Imara, was there anything else?
Nope.
All right, Faustus.
Third verse, same as the first and second.
Yes, it sounds legit to me. I mean, that's a good song. You don't want to break the rhythm. Go
Damn
for
it!
Yeah, same verse. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
This man can't name.
Yep, same verse. Next time we just need to make sure it hits on that first verse. All right, Kronk, you're up, my friend.
All right, I'll just stab this front one with my spear.
Yeah, go for it. And there is he has disadvantage, but it doesn't go the other way. All right, yeah, you miss with that. He I don't know, what is he wearing exactly that would keep you from hitting him? Like, he deflects you off with the long sword and just kind of like prepares to riposte on you. I'm sorry, somebody cut out there. What happened?
I think he doesn't have disadvantage anymore because it's only on the first attack, right? And he attacked last time.
No, they haven't or not since that happened. He hasn't had an attack, I don't think. Don't worry about it. He'll get a disadvantage on this next attack coming up. All right, so Kronk misses. Anything else for your turn, Kronk? You staying put?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because he just recently got inflicted with that before, I think. Like, he took it. I don't know.
No, I think he swung at me. I think he's on regular now.
All right. Well, either way, he still missed. And then a longbow shot. I'm just gonna pick somebody at random here in a second. Let me take off that disadvantage there. Let's see. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 since Surfix on the turn order now. 4. So that is our kobold friend, I believe. Or nope, that's Faustus. I apologize. Hey Faustus, how's it going? We're gonna fill you up with another arrow.
Ow.
I was joking, but apparently the die said, no, that's legit. 4 points of piercing damage as another arrow finds its mark somewhere close to the lower part of your right leg. Now they're tearing up your pants. How dare they? Oren, we are to you, my friend.
Hey, I'm gonna run at this hobgoblin.
There you go.
Swing my
hammer.
and
The hammer comes down. He hears the swing behind him, and he quickly comes back and kind of like deflects you off with his longsword. And he just kind of like sees the situation he's currently in. It's like, ugh, and just mumbles something in Goblin.
I'll end my turn.
You're all starting to look a little hurt. I don't know how many more times I could do this, but who needs help? And I guess you need a hand there, Faustus. Let me see what he's got for, like, they have healing word, or is that all he has? Yeah, he'll need to come and do his level up, though. So, yeah, he's gonna... Like, I don't know if you want him to burn all of his level 1s right now.
It's like he can hold for now.
Yeah, alright, so he'll hold and say, if you go down, I'll get you back up, don't worry. So that'll be his turn. Like, he's holding it. Like, he'll either move up and then hold action to cure wounds you in case you go down. So there you go. This kobold looks frustrated and kind of like moves out behind the turtle as she too was using you as a shield. Spin once. So we see her like wave her hands around a bit, and then some kind of like magic aura fills her radius for just a moment as sorcery points are spent to replenish a slot. And then all of a sudden, she starts casting these 3 orbs one more time. You see the fiery spears in the air, and she points at them one at a time, sending them off in a direction. She'll send 1 towards the one in front of you guys, and 2 on the one in the back. So misses the first guy, and then 1, 2 hits with only 1 in the back. For 5 fire. So now he has taken damage. So you see her getting frustrated as now she's missing. No, no, no! Get out of our forest! And Amara, it's your turn. Are you muted?
And eating a cracker, so...
Oh, okay, I got it.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think this guy's still within range.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a shot. Gonna take another 3. Magic stone. Wha-bam!
The rock lands somewhere over here.
And yet, hold still.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sneak up. And that's the end.
Okay. So yeah, you throw another rock over, ineffectively does not reach its target, and then the kobold just kind of like looks over to you. He's like, "What are you doing throwing rocks at him? Hit him with spells! Hit him with something that actually hurts! They gotta go away! We need to make them go away!" And then, Faust, it is your turn.
I'm gonna switch to a new stanza.
Okay. Paradigm shift.
And, but still the same attack.
Okay. Still misses.
Ugh.
No, these guys got
Apparently I need to
armor.
change the whole musical score.
Yes. We'll get on that. Anything else? Movement or anything?
Nope.
Alright, Faustus is holding ground. Kronk, you're up, my friend.
Let's go in for another stab.
You do have advantage this time. And
God damn.
Yeah, these guys are like tankier. Like they should have probably been on the front line, but instead they sacrificed their pawns a little too early. But yeah, Kronk, you go in for a swing and he just kind of like deflects you off again. Slides off part of his armor and he takes no damage whatsoever. And you want to stay put, I take it?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so the hobgoblin will take a swing at you, I believe. Kronk. As he seems to be engaged in melee with you and fails. 1, 4, 5, 6. That'll be the way we go. So yeah, the guy who's just popping arrows, I'm just making him pick at random. So I want to reroll that because I really shouldn't include Well, okay, that's the confirmation. Surfeit gets attacked with this one. Like, if it didn't happen twice, I wasn't going to do it. Okay, so it misses him anyway. So, all of a sudden, we see Surfeit, like, dodge out of the way of an arrow as it comes in close and like, ah! And, yeah, he goes into his little mini panic attack there. Anything else? No, that's it. I think the hobgoblins are done. Alright, Orin.
Okay, let's try this one more time with the hammer.
One more time. Eat him. Oh,
Damn.
Alright, Dice. Yeah. Does not make it. The hobgoblin, like, I don't know what it is. Like, he can't hit you guys either. However, he seems to be having some kind of fancy sword work where he's like deflecting your attacks. So at the moment, he doesn't feel threatened. Like, he does not.
He stayed back and let the goblins up front. So, yeah, my turn.
Alright, like I said, Surfeit will hold turn to heal if somebody falls over. Our scaly friend, just kind of like out of spell slots at this point, goes back to the cantrip and she points at this one and says, "Go away!" and casts the, what's the spell? Fireball. It's a 16. That does not hit. So she casts the fireball. It like hits the armor, but doesn't touch any flesh and it just bounces off ineffective. Like, no, get out of my forest! And once again, Amara.
Alright. Realizing her rock tactic isn't working, does this hobgoblin, excuse me,
The
does
hobgoblin?
he have shoelaces?
No. They don't wear shoes.
Well, there goes that plan.
Yeah, they don't wear shoes, so no. Let me double check. No, there's definitely no shoelaces on this picture.
In that case, He's gonna think about it for a second and be like,
Hey, Mr. Turtle, sir?
Yes, my child.
I need you to hold still.
and she starts pulling rock stuff and a bunch of dust and things, and she starts working on your shell, and that's gonna be her full turn.
And what is your intent with that? Like, what are you doing exactly so we know?
Use his shell with an enhanced armor bonus that will last indefinitely.
Oh no. Is that an ability you can click for us so we can know how much?
It's just a +1.
Like, how long does it last?
That work.
Indefinitely. She's going to infuse your turtle shell as per the infuse item.
Damn.
I'm over here contemplating.
Allegedly, you just touch something and it does it, but because the Artificer's a heavy roleplay class, she starts breaking out her chisels, her dust, and she starts like crafting up your shell.
Alright, well, here's what we'll do to kind of like not have this be overpowered, is we'll give it an 8-hour duration. Since he technically is a living being, so this will give you a +1 for 8 hours.
That works. Yeah,
Yeah.
living beings are different.
Yeah, like, I could be mean and be like, well, but I feel like still, if we give it a duration, that's perfectly fine then. So there you go. So for 8 hours, you have +1 AC. Anything else for your turn tomorrow?
That's it.
Alright, Faustus, you are up, my friend. Let's see if the verses change.
Yeah, it's like I've got a new musical score. It's an overture for a new musical.
Wow!
Oh, thank God!
this one seems to be working. Which one are we going after?
Yes.
Come on.
Are we going for the longbow or are we going for the guy in melee?
Oh, the one that was hexed, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you killed him.
And hex damage.
Oh, you super kill him. So, yeah, how do you want to do that?
Yeah, it's just like finally getting his bearings straight. He aims his finger down properly. It's like, and like it says in Infernal, die, as
Die,
it
he
just fires
does.
straight into his face.
Yeah, so this Eldritch Blast just ignites in his face, blowing his face halfway off, and he just falls backward dead, and we just hear a echo into the wind as he falls over dead.
Also, now that I finally killed something with one of my spells, I activate Dark One's Blessing, which gives me temporary hit points equal to my Charisma modifier.
Nice. And if you want, you could just heal up that much. So there you go.
Well,
Nice.
well, technically, temporary hit points are more valuable.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Wow.
then, as my bonus action, I will switch it over to the remaining Hobgoblin. The hex.
Done and done. I will get that moved for you, my friend. And then
Tan and da.
there you go. Kronk, you are ready to Kronk.
Going for that stab again.
Go for it. Nice. That one lands this time as you cut into him. Go ahead and give it. Oh, how do you finish this guy off?
Yeah,
Okay.
straight up through the jaw.
So yeah, you slam your spear. It goes through the jaw and out the upper part of his head, and he just kind of like, oh yeah, that part of me is not protected, and falls over dead. Nice. And with that, we are currently out of combat, and your kobold friend that's been waiting is like, finally, they're all gone. They can no longer come back. Make sure you do the same thing whenever we get to the Manticore. Please, please make sure. And with that, we can either... Is there anything you guys want to say before we go on break?
I would say to the kobold, we didn't do it without you. You helped us in that fight quite well.
Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. She kind of like dusts her paws off, like, well, yeah, that worked. That worked out well. And with that, we're going to go... Go ahead.
That'll do, Kobold. That'll do.
Yeah, she kind of like does a little proud stance for a moment, and as we watch her go into this proud stance, yeah, I did really good. we go to break. And we will be back in about 5-10 minutes. We're going to use the facilities. We're going to get a drink. We're going to get all set up here to continue for the rest of the game. And we hope to see you back here shortly, so don't go anywhere. And I will catch up on chat if anybody's out there. So feel free to chat it up while we are on break. So BRB, guys. Hello, interlopers, my friends, my adventurers. We are back from break. Hopefully you can hear us loud and clear. If there's any audio issues, please let me know. Otherwise, we just finished taking care of them goblins who were trying to ambush you earlier. Apparently, they tried to get some help, but were unsuccessful as you and your new kobold friend take care of them. What do you guys want to do while you're in this scenario where all these goblin bodies are turned over?
I would want to take their weapons.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they have blades, not any bows, but more like blades.
Yeah, you would find 3 long swords.
Okay, cool.
Which goblins have. And there are scimitars for however many goblins there were.
Okay, cool.
Do they have any buttons?
Do they have any buttons? Roll an investigation check.
Give me the buttons.
Faustus is just fingering his holes again.
Unfortunately, none.
Phrasing. Phrasing.
You know,
Is there a sign of like these goblins are like have like a tribe or something like that? Like anything like distinctive on them?
I was technically kind of like getting to like these fang necklaces they have, which they all kind of like have in common, but you know, various degrees of fangs, because you know, creatures have different sized teeth, but they actually look like wolves and dire wolf teeth. From the Wolf Tang clan. Yeah, I mean, they got like various necklaces that kind of like the way they're decorated makes you think they are part of the same clan, but as far as like goblin society, I mean, probably a history check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Kronk's gonna move all the bodies underneath the tree.
Alrighty. Yeah, they just kind of like call themselves the Wolf Fangs. The Fangs of the Wolf or something of that variation. Something in Goblin though, so like it's like some goblinoid name, but it translates to like the Fangs of the Wolf. And I will make a note of that in my OneNote. That might come up later, right?
Fangs of the wolf, right?
We'll go with Fangs of the Wolf. Okay, Goblin. That's just my notes for now, and if anything new comes from that, I'll definitely add to it, and we'll work with it later. Alright, yep, but you seem to have put these fangs to rest. So she can no longer bear her fangs any further, these goblins that you have put down. And yeah, the kobold just like comes over here and kicks the head of the one that you Eldritch Blast in the face. You know, if we pop one of their heads off, we could play soccer. It's a very fun sport where I'm from.
Oh. I think we need to go take care of the manticore, though.
Oh, yes, we need to get rid of it. We must go and get rid of this manticore. Please take it off.
He really likes to say that.
I just don't want none of it left behind. So she will continue to guide you at this point, and I guess I'll go ahead and clear all these corpses unless there's any other loot you guys want before I turn it off.
There was no gold or anything?
I'll need an investigation. Namara was looking for buttons, but she did not find any. But if you want to find gold, roll that investigation. There you go. Find about, let's see. All in all, about 5 gold and 5 silver.
Loot and dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Faustus, hold still.
She pulls out a needle and thread and she starts working on your coat.
Oh, I didn't realize that was okay.
Yeah.
like makes a single loop, and it looks like the fabric just like knits itself back together.
Oh, that is quite extraordinary.
There are 4 short bows if you want to take those too. And some arrows if you're interested.
Knowing it flies, yeah, maybe I will take a short bow and some arrows. I'll take
Yeah,
some
yeah,
arrows.
absolutely. Yeah. Pick up a short bow, and I would say you find 2 quivers of arrows, and each quiver has 20 in it, so a total of 40. And it's like between all 4 of them, they had like 20 or 40 arrows altogether. They were ready to throw down, but they just did not have the constitution to do so.
If you grab those 2 arrows from Faustus, you'll have more.
Faustus, let me see these.
They're on the ground at this point. Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. That'll work.
I'll use them first. They have some fresh blood on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, imagine that.
Are you done playing with yourselves? Can we go now?
Yes, let's go.
Alright, good. Let's go this. And yeah, Shella will kind of like lead you towards the direction of where she and the rest of her kind are hanging out. Let's get a marching order. From left to right.
You have more AC than me now.
Are we stacking behind the cobalt, or?
Kobold's in the back. Oh, wait, no, she'll have to lead. Never mind. Take that back. There you go. She's up front. Oh, 2 of you can't occupy the same space. Get away from there. No.
I'll piggybacking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess true. Alright, so yeah, the kobold is like casually looking through. Once again, we'll do a perception check as you kind of like get closer. And she's leading you a good hour away. So yeah, the effect that you were concentrating on goes away eventually. And
damn.
yeah, I know, right? And then I need a perception check as we go on our way. Yeah, she's doing a terrible job looking for danger. She gets disadvantaged during daytime. But it's starting to get close to sunset. And there you go. Basically, it's kind of quiet. Like, eerily quiet. Silent for a moment. And what you see before you is a tall cliff. But you're at the base of it. You're not at the top. And then you can see, like, little holes in this cliff where, you know, it makes out to be a cave outline. And she points and she's like, there, that's where I'm from. We live in there. And she kind of like escorts you over. And as you get close to this cave entrance, it's, for some of you, it might be a little bit of a tight fit, as it seems to be perfectly shaped at about 6 feet. But for the rest of you, you know, it's easy walk through. They didn't seem to have a reason to make it any wider, since these are kobolds who are traveling in here. But all in all, you're able to start transversing in these tunnelways. Don't have a map for this currently. Do I? Had some ideals, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get around to it. Yeah, so we'll just theater at the mind this for now. So she brings you in, and then you're like traveling down this single tunnel. And it loops around. It goes left, it goes right, it goes downward, and then it goes upward. And then eventually you come into a patch opening that kind of like gives you like the feeling of a foyer or whatnot of an area that you're entering into. And you see 2 other kobolds just sitting there doing, let's see what we got here. You see one of these kobolds, similar color, similar shade, just kind of like on a spit. There's like a little rat being roasted and everything, and she looks up and sees her friend Shella back. She's like, Shella, you came back. Welcome back. Supper's almost done. Did you find help? And she's like, yeah, I got help. We're gonna take care of it. Oh, then you need to hurry up and tell Hucktooth that you found help. And she goes, where is he at? And Oh, he's probably hanging out with Snaggle, and they're going into a conversation about who's who and where in here. And she just kind of like ushers you guys to keep following as she gets directions on where everybody is. Apparently I meant to say Snaggle. He's the current leader. So she takes you before this snaggling looking kobold with a eye patch on the left eye, a gnarly tongue just kind of like dangling out of the right side of his gullet, and he just kind of like stares at the direction of Shella. Harvesting rocks. Okay. Make an investigation check.
Faustus, you never told us you had a little brother. Or, the Surfect.
Yeah. Huh? What are you talking about?
His tongue it is the same as yours.
I'll let Surfing deal with that when he comes back. Like, I don't think so. And yeah, I think instinctively like sucks his back in. It's like, oh, is it hanging out again? My bad. But yeah, you're looking for rocks. Like, it's dull rocks for the most part. Like, just basic groundbreaking rock. Like, maybe there's some granite, some. Every now and then you might find a little bit of quartz, but nothing that just says like, oh, here's some gold or here's some diamond, like minerals or anything like that. So yeah, you're finding like basic rocks. You can definitely pick up some of these if you're using them for your magic stone, if that's the intent.
Yeah, she's harvesting these for crafting purposes as well. I'm not expecting like a diamond to be roasting up on the surface.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah. So yeah, you could put like a 2-pound bag of mixed rocks if you want.
Yes, more rocks. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Let's see here. So yeah, you're in front of this creature with the eye patch, and he's got like a leather cape that looks like it was decorated in a way, and he's got like these feathery crown that he's got around. He's like, "Oh, Shella, what did you bring? You brought some guests." He looks like he's got a tight fit, looking towards the turtle. Yes, they're gonna come and take care of the thing. We're gonna get rid of them, all of them, right? And she kind of like looks back to you guys.
It's a yes, we plan on taking the, as they say, the entire Manticore.
Good. In that case, Jella, do you want to show him where you laid down the traps and hopefully this beast is caught? Yes, I'll take him to the trap rooms. And unless there's anything else you want to do, like, pretty much Shella's the one who's kind of like been told, go find help. Now go show help where to help. And then Snaggle just like goes to his seat and he just kind of like, oh, finally help. Great. Get to work, Shella. Yes, they must take all of it. And she leads you deeper into the tunnels. Are we using light sources, by the way?
I'm gonna cast light on my shield.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, so we got a light on a shield. Any other light sources for those who might be in the back, or has everybody got night vision?
Faustus has night vision.
Sorry.
Hey, look, a light stone! And she picks up a rock and like taps it twice.
Hey! Snap on, snap off, light rock. Alright. So there you go. So we got light taken care of. That's good. So light is being produced by magic by 2 sources. And is there anything else you guys want to do as you're like preparing to go into what may be the lair of a manticore?
So, what does a manticore exactly do?
If nobody answers her, the kobold chipes up. It's like, they eat us! And we don't like being eaten, so we need to get rid of them.
I have
So it
not come across one before.
flies and eats dogs.
Go ahead there, Kronk.
I have never seen one before. I do not know the ways of the manticore.
Well, hopefully my traps work. She looks nervously. They never work. They never work. And she mutters under her breath, and then she just kind of like continues leading you deeper and deeper.
What are your traps?
What's that?
I would ask, what are your traps?
I tried setting a wall trap to like throw a net around him and hold him down. It never works. Never works. Never works. Or maybe the spike trap that's set in. Yeah, she's just going on about like random types of traps. Apparently, she's also a trap maker for her tribe or whatnot, but she's just not confident in her work whatsoever. As she just kind of like mutters under her breath as she continues down, leading you deeper in. Continuing for maybe about 10 minutes, you finally hear what sounds like a roar. That's him! That's him! That's him! Oh, I bet he's mad. He probably stepped on a Lego or something.
It's a Lego.
It's one of these things where we let go of something and we Lego it down on the ground and then hopefully they hurt. They're like caltrops. Ah! He's like panicking now at this point. And you can hear this roar for about 60 feet in front of you. There seems to be a wide opening. And whatever's on the other side of this tunnel, it seems to relate into a bigger cave system than what you're currently in. And basically she tells you, this is where we stop digging. This is no longer our domain. Past that entrance is it. That's it. And anything there, you can get eaten, and it's not good news. We lost 3 already. And at this point, you guys are given a moment to figure out how you want to approach this scenario, gathering information or finding out what you can before you go into what might be a fight.
The first thing Kronk's going to do, he's going to just kind of get into the narrow spot in front of everyone and just basically become a wall.
How big of an area is this layer?
So, like the layer itself. Oh, here's some interesting. You know what? I'll move us to this map just for some comparisons. Let me move this map over. Like, there is actually a kobold layer map that I have. I wonder if it's already cut or move this over so I can get to it. There's a lot of maps on this, by the way. Kind of like move everything closer so I can move you. Alright, let's take a look at this real quick. So, like, the kobolds have been digging these tunnels, and they have, like, these large openings that kind of, like, expand out. Are you able to see this map? I don't think it's light detected or anything. But this is more of an example than anything.
It's all black.
It's all black.
All
so
black.
Yeah, so this is dynamic lighting. Let me see here. If I can, what I will do is just to test our dynamic lighting too, by the way. Let's see. Find the characters and I'll see if everything is set up properly. Where are they? 1, 3. Does that change anything for some of you?
Still nothing.
Oh, there is something at the top.
There you go. I'll move you. So you should be able to see this, right? Let me see if everybody... Yeah, okay, so that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing. Alright, yeah.
Bunch of beds, right?
Yeah. If you want, you can kind of like explore. And this is more of an example, 1, of dynamic lighting if we go into tunnels and stuff like that. And 2, this is just like the dimensions of how their tunnels are dug out. So basically, yeah, you can feel free to explore. I don't mind. We're not going to stay on this map. But, like, this is how their little system is. Like, she's been leading you through all these tunnels. And then we'll say, like, from right here, like, it looks like a dead end on the map. But it'll lead right into an open vacancy that leads into this so-called layer of wherever she's leading you. But yeah, this is like an example of how kobolds dig out their hovels and rooms and stuff like that. So, more of an example than actually what we're looking at this moment. So with that, yeah, what do you guys want to do? Like, if you want to imagine it further, like, wow, some of you right here. Doesn't quite let you sit where I want you to be. Damn it. Alright, never mind. This is another thing about the tunnel system. Like, sometimes the light will cut off. Because
Yeah, the light is weird, so I'm like, I can't figure this out.
Yeah, alright, but that was just for an example purpose, more or less. And then also, dynamic lighting. We will definitely explore that later on whenever I get...
This opening down here looks big enough.
Here, where did you wander off to? Well, either way, I'm going to be changing the map as soon as we get off here. But yeah, just wanted to like show you guys around the ideology of how they move and work. But yeah, she kind of like leads you into a cave that leads right out into an open area. So right before you go into a fight or whatever this might be, what do you guys want to do?
So yeah, I'm just gonna be at the entrance, just becoming a wall until we come up with a plan.
Alright, yeah, so you're blocking off the entrance pretty much like a boulder. And yeah, go ahead and strategize there for a moment, and I'll kind of like set something up here.
Well-
I'll prepare fairy fire.
I'm going to suggest that me and Kronk, we need it to focus on the two of us. So we need to draw its attention while the other two pelt it with range. That might be the best strategy to deal with the beast.
Incidentally, are there any stalactites?
Maybe. Yeah,
Fair question.
I think that's a possibility. Alright, I'm putting...
I was just gonna mention that because like in addition to agonizing blast, I also took repelling blast.
Hold on, I got you guys on the wrong layer, don't I?
The lactate could be on the ceiling or the floor, right? Ceiling.
Stalactites are on the ceiling.
Stalagmites, I believe, are on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Alright, tell you what I will do. I will give you some random squares where they're coming from the ceiling.
So I'm just saying it wouldn't be bad to maybe try to impose some environmental damage. Never done this before, but...
And I'll tell you what, I'll do like a triangle like this to indicate they're coming from the ground. So if you want to hide behind it or something, you can definitely do that.
Well, I think the best strategy is to get the Manticore to focus on Kronk and I, while the two of you can pelt it from range. That way, we can try and just deal with this beast without endangering anyone.
You said your shield was lit up, right?
Yes.
That as kind of like a sort of like signal of where we're coming from, and we use that to distract it. We can hide in the shadows of the bright light. In theory, if it has dark vision, the bright light might hinder it a little bit. So if it has any ranged attacks.
Well, won't my shield affect Faustus's range then?
How do you mean?
Oh, because you have dark vision, right? Because if it affects the creature's dark vision, would it affect your dark vision?
Well, it's
Yeah,
like above game. No, like your light being there won't affect my range at all.
Okay, cool.
If anything,
It's not like kobolds where it's like they have like light sensitivity.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, so.
But your kobold friend might have that problem. If she gets involved in a fight. And that's the thing, like she's sitting there kind of like shuddering and stuff. I guess I need to put her back on the board as
Well,
well.
I was gonna suggest to her that she should not be in the fight because, like she said, they've lost 3 people already. There's no need for another to be lost.
Alright, so like this is the little entrance you guys are coming out of, and kind of decorated triangles pointing up are coming from the ground. Little things that are like dangling or triangle pointing down is like the stalactites. So different environmentals. And then somewhere in the back There's a roar that is heard.
Before we go into combat, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right. So I guess
I
the
ready
question.
magic stones.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, and yeah, you can go ahead and prepare them already. And the question is, are you ready to roll initiative?
I'm ready.
I suppose now or never.
Yeah. So go ahead and click your token, roll initiative, and if you want to be sneaky or anything like that, let me know. Yeah, don't rush, guys. Even so, you guys still tied. You have the same deck score.
Jesus.
Yeah. All right.
So then I get those who can move faster.
Yeah,
Speed
you guys can pick who goes first on that particular turn. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the kobold on there just in case, and I'll go ahead and put Serpic on there, as he's just gonna run around like a chicken with his head cut off until he's needed. All right, so before going in, like I'm technically counting like it's almost like a surprise round. It kind of depends on how you deal with it, but you can kind of like take the first turn if you would. So we'll say the Manticore is in the back of the lair, spends its time unaware at the moment that you are there, and is just roaring out for no reason at all. So Amara, how do you want to start your turn? And you guys can...
It is
I was just gonna
way
say...
too far.
Yeah, exactly, it is. So that's why, like, it's not aware of you. You have time to move in. And if you want, you can move in as a group, but do it as a turn. So, like, move your max movement on your turn, unless you guys want to just go down the list.
Or we should move together and make a big wall.
I would agree with that.
Right, and Mara hops on the back of the turtle shell.
All right, let's go.
Alright. So yeah, go ahead and feel free to take your full movement this turn and get in position. If you're using your action to dash, you can dash in further. And then we'll just start at the top of the order after that. If you plan to hide, you'll have to use your action, of course, unless you're a rogue.
That's I guess Faustus will take a position behind this stalagmite and attempt to hide.
Yeah, go for it.
Where's BU Stealth Chan?
Stealth Chan is with you. Alright, so with that...
And I'll use my bonus action to preemptively cast Hex onto it.
Yeah, I'll let you have that. X. Are we doing strength again?
Yes.
Alrighty. GTR, that's not how we use that. There we go, we'll do that. And with that, everybody made their first move, and then all of a sudden, it sniffs the air. And then it turns on its heels, and then looks in the direction where it sees like a light source appearing. Let's see its movement real quick here, and then we'll get started on that. So for a moment, you feel a breeze just kind of like push through the cave as you hear the flapping of leathery wings. And then it launches into the air, and it's got a 50 fly speed. So it gets that close. And then all of a sudden you see its tail from behind. Orin, odds or even?
I'll take even.
It is odd. So this first attack goes towards Orin. So let's see. 1 with his bite, 2 with his claws. Or, oh my, that's a lot. You know what? We could share the love. So the first one goes towards you.
That hits.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here dumbfounded because I said share the love. I didn't mean actually share in a way that would damn near kill you. So 14 piercing damage. How's that feel? And then I think the other 2 shots are going to go after your turtle friend. Okay, I think 1 hits you, right?
Yeah.
Yep, with that new AC of yours. Alright, and only 4 points to you. As it like catches one of your arms that are dangling out of your shell. But yeah, yeah, I said that right. Orin gets hit pretty hard with the first tail spike. But now, Amara, you get to react to that as this thing is flying in the air, I would say about 10 feet up. And hitting down after.
Is there any cool battle music? Yes, maybe?
Oh, is it not playing for you guys? Hold on. I'll try it again. Like, it's very soft.
I don't hear anything.
Here, I'll do this. That help? Might need to refresh.
Maybe it's just... Yeah, maybe it's just my end. Whoops.
Oh. No problem.
Well, here's hoping. Take a nice aimed shot and... Please roll a dexterity saving throw. She's gonna launch a glittery ball of something.
We get a 4.
Heck yes!
So all attacks against the Manticore, or is it? Let's see. Yeah, they are casting this for. Oh, where do you want the? Well, yeah, I guess it's just the first time they enter it, so it's just going to be focused on him, right?
That's right.
And that lasts up for a minute, so yeah. And it is concentration, so let's mark you for con. So we'll give you a blue dot as well. And we will add I think that'll be what I wanted to do. Right.
Faustus cannot help but appreciate this fairy fire.
Yeah. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. That's the end of it. She's gonna continue hiding.
All right. So that's the first round for fairy fire. The kobold's scalebound, just kind of like looks up from behind and just kind of like waits. It'll hold action in case you guys come under heavy attack. Like if anybody looks like they're about to go down, she will retaliate. So for now, she's just in the background quivering. Kronk.
Yeah, Kronk's gonna push Orin away from him and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Alright.
Thank you.
And then he's gonna walk over here.
Huh. Weird. Alright.
And he's gonna try to be protecting her.
Alright. So for reference, the ceilings go up about 50 feet, so this creature might be able to go up a little higher, but at the moment it is 10 feet above the air and exactly where it's standing. So you move further away, you cast Cure Wounds and walk off. Technically not in threat range, so you're perfectly fine. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Alright, Orin, it is your go, my friend.
So it has 10-foot reach for attacks?
No, it had a range attack on the tail spike.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So if I move out, it won't be...
Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, you can reposition right now.
So I'm gonna reposition. Gonna reposition a little bit, like right there. Actually, maybe not. Thought we were gonna. I'm gonna. It's 10 feet up. I'm gonna.
If it makes any difference to you, Orin, I would have pushed you to your right.
To my right. Okay, cool. So I will go here. And I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on it.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and see. That's an attack for you, right? Or death save. Never mind. We will see if we can dance out of the sky, which we can.
Oh,
so your
yeah.
Sacred Flame, it goes off, but it's like right in front of its face, like lower lip, and it just dissipates before it can even touch it, and it just roars as you finish your spell. Anything else?
I'll use the bonus action to then cast the Shield of Faith I had prepared.
Yeah, I would have let you have already had it if you want. Repost Shield of Faith for me, though. So if you want to do a different bonus action, you can, but I think you're concentrating then, right? Yeah, post the spell just
Right.
so we can see it.
Yeah, concentration thing.
Yep.
Where is the spell? Oh, yeah, I gotta go to spells. Dun, 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 dun.
Alright, so a shimmering shield appears around you, a creature of your choice, which I'm guessing is you, right?
Would be me, yeah.
Yeah, alright, so that's concentration up to 10 minutes, so that should definitely last until the battle ends, unless you lose concentration. Which Alright, so here's where I might cheat you a bit. I need a con save from the last attack you took, if...
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. And then... Okay, well, hey, that Shield of Faith you wanted to do, you want to do it again?
Yeah, I'll use it again.
Alright, so yeah, I'm sorry, friend. Alright, so
No,
you
you're
can't...
fine.
Yeah, so you cast Shield of Faith again after you lost concentration and then cast it back up there. Alright. Surfic is monitoring the field. As soon as you guys feel like you need him to step in to heal or do anything in particular, let me double check one thing I will do. I will try to burn his Bardic Inspirations if that's what he has. Who needs it the most? So who is actually... Amara is aiming. So Amara, you're going to get Inspiration. So you can... Excuse me, you can add a d6 to your attack roll. Or saving throw if you need it, alright? So Surfic's like, don't get killed, Amara! I can't heal you every time! And then you're inspired by his little lecture. And Faustus, it is your turn, my friend.
Yeah, so Faustus is going to just sort of like peek from behind and
Yeah.
and shoot him a blast.
Yeah, he's kind of like looking in this direction because the light's moving that way. And yeah, go ahead and make your attack. Ooh, nice. You snapped them with the first one there, and go ahead and roll damage.
So there's that, and also hex damage.
Yeah, hit him hard, hit him where it counts.
And also gets knocked 10 feet away from me per repelling blast.
Nice. Alright, so let me wait for 20. Am I waiting on you or are you waiting on me? Okay, I'm waiting on you. Alright. And then it goes 10 feet this way. So it kind of like spirals backwards and it kind of like catches itself with its wings and it pops them back out and stops itself 10 feet further in the back, but it's still 10 feet up in the air as well. Alright, anything else for your turn?
That'll do for now.
Let's see here. So who has attack? So it's got this cute little fairy fire around it. Orn attempted but didn't connect. But Faustus was the first one to actually fire at it. Alright. So I think it will retaliate. Move into threat range on the two of you. And I guess we'll just share. Let's see. So Manticore lands. And then it's going to take a bite attack at Faustus. And then a claw attack each. So here's the bite for you. Ouch. And then 2 claw. First one to Faustus. And the second one to Orin. And okay, so it bites into you. For 7 piercing damage. And it tries to reach out with its claw. But somehow you slip out of the bite and get away. And then it tries to claw at Orin, who's off to the other side. And it's just reeling there and getting ready to retaliate. That finishes the Manticore's turn. It is now Amara. Faustus is getting treated like a chew toy.
Uh-oh. She's going to... Let's see. Where did I put my little character sheet?
Everybody
Right.
hates the Warlock, apparently.
You were the first one to land damage that actually hurt, so... Yeah, the enmity is currently on you, my friend. Though I did share some love with Orin.
Ooh. Alright.
Actually, now that I think about
She's
it.
going to take a sizable piece off of the stalagmite that she's currently holding and she's going to stretch it back on this rubber band, this 5-pound object she's going to launch.
Oh, catapult. Pew.
Catapult.
I remembered you. So we see this huge fragment of rock just soar into the air. Oh god, that's gonna hurt if it. Let's see what. Dex? Let's see what we get. Okay, so half damage, right? No damage.
So that's a 11.
That shouldn't. This is a spell slot, right? Or is it a cantrip?
It's a level 1 spell.
Wonder why it says no damage there. I want to double check that because I do believe it's half damage, but I want to see if that just.
A failed save, this object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, it takes 3d8 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about half or no damage.
When a
How
failed
weird.
save, the object strikes the target and stuff. So yeah, okay, that's weird. Because technically what this is saying, because it's saved, it takes no damage according to the output of the spell.
Yeah, that's what's kind of.
So I really don't want to cheat you on this though, so I will say it takes half damage.
Alright, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because I feel like that's kind of cheapening it.
Isn't like damn near every other spell half damage on a
Yeah, I don't get that. But yeah, I guess because Catapult has a high risk, high reward maybe. Like 3d8 is pretty strong for level 1.
It does a lot.
Yeah. But I feel like that should be restricted to cantrips. Because that's like free cast. So, alright. Anyway, I already said I'm going to give you 10 points of that. So there you go. I'm going to do that.
Alright.
So yeah, it crushes against one of its leathery wings, does a little bit of piercing into it, and then it just kind of like roars in your direction. Anything else for your turn?
I'm hiding.
This thing is still lit up, and it has 8 more rounds of fairy fire. The kobold is like, is everything okay in there? Are you taking the whole thing? Is it going to be gone? Anybody want to respond to her?
We should be fine.
Good. I'll wait here. Take it off. Make sure you take it off. And Kronk.
Yeah, Kronk's just gonna cast frost fight on it.
Frostbite, yep. One's doing fire, one's doing frost. We're going to do a con save this time. And where did it go? Here we go. So it gets a 8. Ooh, so it gets bit. And it has disadvantage on the next attack roll, right?
Yes, sir. And 4 damage.
Nice. Done and done. Got you covered there. So you fire off this frosty energy. It kind of envelopes around the wings and tries to center on its mass. And then we see the wings curl down and then flex as all the icicles that formed around it just kind of like sprinkle off. And it roars in anger, but it took the damage as well. Anything else for your turn?
No, sir.
All right, Orin, it is now up to you. You're face to face with this Manticore.
Okay, I am going to slam my hammer into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the ground right now. 10
And
is insufficient. Anything else you want to try, or is that it?
That's everything.
That's everything. Afraid we can't go any higher on that scale. Sorry, friend. So, Faustus, do you feel like you need help?
He's at about. He doesn't look great, I will say.
And that your temporary hit points.
Huh?
That attack just would have taken away most of your temporary hit points.
Yeah. But also remember that I took damage before I got those points to begin with from the previous fight.
Yeah. Surfik kind of like skitters in your direction, but yeah, he doesn't want to. I guess he'll tell you, Faustus. I'll get to you in a minute. I can cure you, but I don't want to get too close. Like, that's as far as he can get, because he wouldn't have been able to close the distance. But he's trying not to be too close to the monster and still keep a safe distance. Yeah, alright, I think that's it. Alright, and Faustus, it is your turn.
Yeah, Faustus is going to disengage.
There you go.
It's because that's not a fun position to be in as the warlock.
I would say if you walk past Surfic, he would have held his action to cure wounds you as you walk by.
Do.
There you go. There's your help. And he's like, "All right, I'm out of spells. I nothing else I can do. I'm done. Time to clock out now. Can we go home? Are we ready? Are we done?" Like I might not be playing him to his fullest, so don't quote him on that whenever it comes back. But anyway, Faustus, you get 7 HP as you walk by, and he's like, "There you go, buddy."
And all right, and yeah, I believe that's as far as I'm able to move from there. Let me see. I guess I technically have like 5 more feet.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, and then I will. There's nothing else I can do, so and my turn.
Alright, I'm debating right now whether this thing wants to fly or it just wants to attack what's in front of it.
Take 3 attacks on me.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Alright, I'm gonna leave it up to chance because I don't know what to do.
I'm a tank.
Yeah, so heads, it will do bite, claw on you. Tails, it will leap into the air and share its pointy tail spikes with everybody. Alright, so 1 is heads, 2 is tails. So 1 is heads. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and attack you 3 times. So its prey eludes it as Faustus walks out of the way. Then all of a sudden it stares in your direction with this light source and it's like blinding at him and he's like trying to bite you to stop the light. So here's a bite. It's a 13 and then 2 claw attacks come in and I don't think we touch you, do we? Yeah, so the blender comes in and we miss you completely. So you bring your shield up and it bites into your shield and then all of a sudden it claws both times, bringing down both arms, trying to knock you over and then try to tackle into you, but you hold your ground and push it back. Imara.
All right, she analyzes the situation and she pulls out yet another rock, one of the ones she harvested from the cave wall.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of she pulls out a little etching tool and she etches something into it real quickly. And she takes a careful aim for this right here. Using her magical tinkering, she has imbued this stone with the scent of a perfectly cooked filet mignon. That's so bleeding and ready to eat.
Mmm.
She's going to chuck it right here to see if it takes the bait.
Alright. So...
Or slingshot it.
I mean, yeah, just make a general dexterity check to see how far it gets. Like, you're looking to beat like a 14 to get it directly behind it. From that distance, anyway. Unless you want to move closer, then it'll go down. Okay, so it lands probably right about here. I mean, still within vicinity, right? So it doesn't get exactly
yeah,
where you
it
want
emits the scent up to 10 feet away.
Alright, so you're lucky on that. Alright, so I will...
Ow.
Yeah, so it perceives it very well, but whether or not it's going to go after it, we'll see what it does on its turn. Alright, anything else for your turn?
Fifth turn.
Alright, Fairy Fire is on round 3, and the kobold looks at Faustus like, "Where are you going? It's over there, you need to take all of it. Take it all!"
Yes, we'll take all of it, but I'd rather not be directly in front of it while we take it, yeah?
You know what, I agree. You and I cast spells from a distance. That's totally what we do. That's everything that we do. And
it is literally what we do.
Yeah, and she just continues having this conversation with you and not attack. So, yeah, she's just trying to give this job to you guys. Kronk.
Kronk's just gonna charge up on it.
Alright. It wants human meat, probably, yeah.
And then just frostbite again.
Alright, yeah, go for it. So we gotta make a con save on that. And it seems to be working for you. Let's see if it works this time. We get a 13. I believe that meets it, so no damage. So you see the tips of the wings starting to frost, and all of a sudden the manticore lets out a loud roar, and the wings expand out, and the frost just does not take full effect as it just kind of like screams out of the effect. almost like Monster Hunter, with the beast just being freaking annoying and will not let you hit it. Anything else for your turn, Crunk?
On a failed save, the target still takes the cold damage.
Says no damage.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
It's a cantrip. Sorry, friend. No, you're fine.
Yeah, nothing else.
Yeah, that's the thing about them cantrips. They scale up.
Long day, small writing.
Yeah. Oh, totally get it. All right, Orin, you're up.
Let's use this light.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You had advantage. What happened?
I got level 8. I got level 12s before. I got level 8.
Yeah, I don't even think anybody's been able to take advantage of this fairy fire yet. Oh, my mercy. Alright, so... Anything else for your turn, I guess?
Nope, I got nothing.
Nothing? Alright, let me take a look at Surfic. Like, I will see if I can... Well, I could do Vicious Mockery. That'll be what he does.
Or you...
Huh? I mean, if you want Surfic to do anything at all.
Could be helpful.
Oh, man.
I mean, he also does have a light crossbow now.
Yeah, but we don't have it set up yet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, this Surfic should have been here if you wanted to play his character. Then you guys would have had an extra person. But for now, you're playing with a level 1 anxiety attack Surfic who tries to Vicious Mockery and kind of like falls back as well. Faustus.
He may attack with an Eldritch Blast.
Let it soar, let it sail, let it hit him.
It's a solid tune, let's hope.
Ooh, that's a good tune. I like it. Go for it. That does damage. Yeah.
Bard, Warlock.
And once again, it gets pushed back again, is that right?
Yep, 10 feet. And
roll me your other damage as well.
Oh, I can't.
The hex.
I rolled a con save for that when I took damage.
Oh, okay, so the hex fell. All right, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Yeah, I remember seeing
Sad
that.
panda.
Also roll me 1d6 as it crashes into this stalactite, or yeah, that's right. As it falls back.
Oh, that one would be the stalagmite, because that's the one on the ground, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, stalagmite. The estamite. Oh, the one or the other. So I'll let you roll a d6 on it. So it takes 4 points of damage as it crushes into this stalag thingy, and and then tumbles backwards. See, I could dodge it. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. I can mess up and not be wrong. All right. So it falls backwards, crashes into the rock, and then it just kind of like resets itself. And I think at this point it's going to jump 30 feet into the air, since now it's out of the attack of opportunity. And it's going to fire off this tail that it has and try to get multiple threats at once. So 1 for Orin, 1 for Kronk, and then Faustus, here you go.
Oh god!
Now,
Why can't this warlock stay alive?
I don't...
Warlock.
You know I wasn't aiming for you, right? Oh, no. But yeah, it goes up into the air, fires at the turtle, fires at the human, and then fires all the way back there next to Surfic. Next thing we see is Faustus getting hit by the tail spike, tumbling over, falling unconscious as it sticks out of his gullet. And Surfic's like, no, what's going on here? No, you're not supposed to die. And he's going to try to tend to your wounds whenever it becomes his turn. Well, that took a weird turn. Imara, how can we fix this?
No, this is entirely on brand. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think you're legit on that. But Amara,
all right.
Go for it.
It's 30 feet in the air. It's surrounded by fairy fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take one of 3 magic stones with advantage. I'm going to sling it at this guy.
Go for it.
And I think it will... Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to, you could probably move out, move back.
She likes where she's hiding.
Okay, yeah, perfectly fine. So,
Right.
chuck it.
First slingshot.
Ching, and 18 hits. 18 hits
All
the mark
right.
for 5 bludgeoning, and it kind of like gets pelted in the eyeball with it, and it kind of like blinks for a moment and looks in your direction.
Hiding.
All right, and Fairy Fire is on round 4. He got 6 more rounds of it, and the scaled kobold's like, is he dead? Oh no. All right, so medicine check without proficiency is what?
DC what?
I think it's
10,
is
15?
medicine wisdom?
Yes.
All right, so probably not the best creature to try to bandage you up. All right, so yeah, Faustus, the next thing you know, your unconscious body is being fondled by this kobold sorceress who's trying to figure out ways to pull out the spike. You can see her like grab the top of it and just kind of like lift up, and Surfic's like, no, that's not how you do it. And Surfic will attempt to do the same thing on his turn, but the kobold's trying to lift this huge spike out of your gullet so it's no longer in there. Oh, poor thing, but was unable to stabilize you, so you're still going to be making death saves. Kronk.
I'm moving back again.
Alright, so you kind of like slowly make your way back.
Yeah, and then frostbite again.
Yeah, go for it. I make a save, so I'll get that con save out for you. I get an 8 this time, so he takes 5 more frost damage. Nice. And disadvantage on the next attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know there was like a disadvantage we should have honored already, but that was on the first attack, and it was like 15-15. Still missed, though, on that character. So yeah, so now it's disadvantage. It was just on the very first attack it makes. So there you go. Kronk, anything else? If that is all, Kronk, I will move on to Orin. All right, thank you. Orin. Your allies are backing up.
Okay, so I'm going to Sacred Flame.
Yeah, go for it. And I will get that saving throw done for you. That is.
I'll let you roll for me.
yeah, I make the rolls. So therefore, now you do damage. So it takes 7 more points of damage.
So as my hammer points at the Manticore, he lights up with radiant energy and it sears him a little bit. And then I'll move back.
Alright, yeah, we see this energy ignite. And this time, instead of like flickering in front of the face, it actually lands right around the neckline, and it just lets out a sharp yell in your direction. The tail seems to be like a scorpion at this point, looking for a target that it's trying to lock on. Alright, anything else for your turn? I think you backed up. Everybody's grouped up perfectly fine. You're like all in a fireball range, aren't you? Alright, so Surfic has used up all of his magic. And now he is trying to assist this kobold by trying to lift the peg out of this guy, and we're going to do a medicine check. You know what? That looks like it's working. Let me keep trying to help you. And the two of them are struggling to pull the spike out of Faustus. And I need a death saving throw from you, my friend. Oh, no! That's 1 failed save for Faustus and 2 helpless characters trying to patch him up. Oh, no. Manticore is still 30 feet in the air. Let me do some measuring real quick. Somebody hit him earlier. Yeah, I think they'll just do that. So they kind of like circle around a bit. And then eventually wind back up where they were. And then the tail kind of like gets around. I'm going to give you +2 AC, Amara, for hiding behind a stalactite or stalagmite, whichever one it is. I really can't be bothered right now.
It's the one on the floor, but sure.
Right through it. So the first one, yeah. There's you, 12. So it chips part of the stalagmite that is coming up.
Advantage. I mean disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, true. And 15 hit?
15 meets.
So you don't get critical. So therefore you only take 9 instead of... No. You have +2 to AC for cover. So you don't... It chips into the stone and it looked like it was about to stab into you. And you can see where it pierces the stone and part of it sticks out. So you are perfectly fine. You don't get hit. You step back just enough as it protrudes through the rock and it almost hits you. But you are
She's
safe.
like, ah! Ah!
So frostbite helped. Good for you. All right. So that, I'm going to take that off there. And then that second click was a misclick. I haven't aimed at anybody. So the next one's going to go after Orin, and then we're going to go after the turtle. So it's like doing a Gatling spray, trying to get multiple people at the same time. And there's Orin's, and here's Turtle. Kronk, you get a 23 on you, so it just manages to hit some of your meaty bits, and you take 7 piercing damage as your leg feels the pain of this tail spike land into it and then pop out. Alright, after it fires off its attack, Amara, it is now your go.
We will respond in kind.
As we would hope. Ooh, 16, that hits.
25. Fairy fire.
Oh yeah, 25 hits too.
All right.
Oh, what? That's physically impossible.
Not for you, it's not.
We haven't been adding my intelligence modifier.
Oh, you need to fix that, huh? Do you know how to edit that?
Yeah, I do know how to edit that.
Alright, I'll let you re-roll it once you get it edited. Well, that's a shame.
Which means that the other one that I hit it previously with hadn't added that either, so...
Well, we'll just go forward from here. Yeah, just... There you go, that.
Give it an additional 4 just in case.
No, it's on
For
there.
the previous one? For the previous one that hit, that got, what was it, 5 damage? That should have been a 9.
Well, I'll put it to
Unless
you
you just want to...
No, I was just gonna go forward from here on. Like, that turn's already over and done. However, this one little pebble comes soaring. Hits it square in the head, and you're gonna have to tell me how this pebble knocks this manticore to the floor. Because it is
Got
dead.
the final kill. What?
You got the kill shot. It had 10 HP left, and now it's spiral. So you go ahead and tell me how you do it.
Okay, she's gonna jump out, do this really cool skid, like, and she's gonna fire. It's gonna hit it on the nose, which is gonna knock back its head, and the head flying back is it's gonna kill it.
Yeah, so like you hit it, and then all of a sudden it jars upward into the air until it forces itself through the ceiling as you hit it and kind of like made it run out of control. And some of these spikes that have been hiding in the roof of the ceiling kind of like stab into it even deeper. Then all of a sudden it sinks to the ground, slumping into a wily corpse, and you have managed to slay the manticore. Congratulations!
And Amara turns to the others.
Well, that wasn't so hard.
And she
then you
sees
see-
like Faustus dying. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, as you turn to say that, Surfic and the kobold pull out the spike, and then there's like a gush of blood in the air, and I need, I need to know if anybody's going to do a medicine check on him before I make him reroll.
Good. Yeah, Kronk's gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
There you go. So yeah, they get the spike out, and they're like, oh no, and then Kronk comes over and casts Cure Wounds. You are at 10 HP, Faustus, and the fighting and all the stress that comes along with it is now over.
And after that, Kronk's gonna go and pick up that pebble and give it to Amara. You might want to keep this one. It is a good pebble.
You're right.
and she keeps it.
The pebble of manticore fighting.
I'm starting to suspect that I'm not properly dressed for adventuring.
Did you ever make fun of a witch or something?
No, all the witches I know are quite friendly.
Yes, that's not an odd statement. All right, well, there's a couple things that remain. So the kobold like looks over, is like, "Oh, great, he's alive!" And then Oh, great. You get to take all of it. Take it all. Take it all. We don't want it anymore. And yeah, you guys have a corpse of a manticore. How do you want to proceed?
I'm gonna cut its tail off.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even going to make you roll for that because this is definitely what you need. So you chop off the tail, and if there's any other bits you want to try to get, let me know what you're after, and I'll let you roll survival for those.
Kronk's gonna go for the wings.
Yeah, go for it. So you're going to try to tear off some leather from the wings. Unfortunately, a lot of it got jarred into the rock formation up above, but if you want it, you could probably get about, let's see, like a 5-foot square of leathery bits from the wing.
Yeah, Kronk will take that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm gonna go for its claws.
For its claws. All right, make a survival. So we are currently monster hunting, kill cleaning this thing. Yeah, the impact of the landing tore up the feet somehow, and just nothing looks right. Like you tried to declaw it to get a claw out, and it just crumbles to the touch. You don't know if it's because this creature was already decaying, or has already put too much emphasis on these claws, or they're just this fragile. You managed to maybe scrape out like a pinky portion of a claw, but it looks no bigger than like a tooth of a wolf.
Can I try extracting some of the poison from the tail?
I don't think they have any poison in the tail. Yeah, there's no poison. I mean, you can make a nature check to see if you know that.
Okay.
I would say at this point, like, the physicality of the tail was the spikes. Like, it just grows these spikes out, but it doesn't have any venom or poison. You guys didn't take any poison damage from it.
Oh yeah, true. There was no poison. I thought for some reason there was poison too.
Yeah, there are certain creatures like that, and you just kind of like mistaken it for a moment. But other than that, yeah, these were physical aspects more than anything. But yeah, anything else you guys want to try to do to this corpse?
So this is a weird guild thing I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do monsters like this have some kind of like does this thing cast magic in any way, shape, or form?
No, not really. Make a
Okay.
nature check of your own, and I'll give you more details if you need it. So this manticore has 24 tail spikes, and use spikes regrow when the manticore finishes a long rest. So that's like the bit of information. Like if there was anything mystical about it, the tail spikes might have been it. But yeah, it has like 24 at a time, and if it uses any, it gets them all back on a long rest.
All right, she's gonna like start looking at this thing, like how are we gonna move it, and wisdom, she's gonna get behind it and start trying to push. Just
And the kobold's like, "That's right, take it all, get it out of here."
I'm actually gonna approach Fastus, and I'm gonna ask him, why does she want this tail?
You know, as she said, she needs it for one of her projects.
What kind of project, do you know?
And
I suppose something magical, just like any other spellcaster, I suppose.
Yeah, in true family portion, she did not give you any exact details.
Well, is it for Minerva?
Minerva, I'm afraid I don't know who you speak of.
Yes, you do.
How would I possibly know?
Scarlet was telling you about Minerva.
Are you sure didn't mishear?
I'm sure. Apparently, it's someone that ascended.
So I suppose that you were listening in on a conversation you shouldn't have.
Well, this tail that I have is something that you need, right?
That is correct, yes.
So then you know what it's for.
Well, I can't say I actually know exactly what she needs it for, just that I know what its purpose is for. Does that make sense?
So what is its purpose?
I guess like would I specifically know like any details regarding what she is specifically trying to do? Like any sense at all?
As you kind of reflect on it, I'll let you make an insight check. And then I'll measure that and give you as much information as your insight allows. Okay, so Mara's trying to strength push this thing. While that conversation's happening over there, yeah, so she had what looked like an enchanter's setup, and some of her rituals seem to be used to enchant things. Like the material doesn't make sense, but she might be making a weapon, but it doesn't seem to be like anything that is of like mass destruction or anything like that. It's kind of like she needs it to enhance a long sword or something of that nature. Like that's the only thing that could kind of like come out of the assumption, because she mentioned, or you guys mentioned, like, what do I get out of it, and she just kind of like dawdled on like, well, I can probably enchant you some weapons if you need. Kind of like
if I had to hazard a guess based on what she had available at the time, I think she just might be looking for an enchantment.
An enchantment for what?
I suppose maybe some sort of armament or whatever she has around. It's like I don't really fully understand why she needs specifically this ingredient, but it's like nothing that she had laid out suggests they could do anything other than just maybe make a weapon more powerful or something else more effective.
A weapon, you say?
Amara has been back there pushing this thing up against one of the stone structures that's poking out of the ground, and she just was not getting anywhere with it. Kronk rolls a 22 and starts dragging it around the stone structure and just.
Well, I imagine that perhaps when she made that offer to enchant some item for you, I imagine that was related.
And this cult, is there a symbol with your cult that you're a part of?
To be clear, nowhere in the conversation did anyone mention a cult.
No, that's the check that I did.
As far as like the emblem or iconography, I mean, nobody had it apparently out in the open. So, as far as you know, out of character, no, you don't know of anything. But if you're asking
right, but
Faustus,
I would put two and two together that because she's she's doing this for Minerva, so she would probably be part of the cult, which then would probably mean because when he was talking to the guy in the town, he mentioned about his father doing cultist stuff, I believe.
So, like I think the phrasing they use is like underground or shady.
Right.
Like nothing. Like the word cult was never used as far as I'm concerned.
Right, but I know that there's a cult associated with Minerva because of the history check I did.
Yeah, I mean, as far as him being a part of that cult, though, I'm not sure you can like ascertain that. Maybe make an insight check. Yeah, let's do it like this: insight check, and you just roll a deception, and this to see if you can keep a straight face or whatever. So you roll insight, he rolls deception, and we'll see how that goes. And Kronk, yeah, you can roll survival to see if you can chop out some steaks. Yeah, so here's how we're going to roll this. Like, he never mentioned the word cult. There is a cult associated with Minerva, but there's no confirmation that your friend Faustus is actually a part of that cult or not. Like, he might know stuff, but it's not known whether he... Like, you assume he might know something, but you don't know for sure if he's actually in it.
Okay. Yeah, the reason why is because Orin is looking for someone with a symbol, so he's now thinking maybe this would be.
Yeah. So the iconography, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm hesitant about this.
I mean, it's a fair assumption. Maybe you can bring up those concerns when you return.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you have any reservations about handing over the tail, I suppose you could argue the matter with Scarlet herself.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it.
Do as you must. It's not like I can take it from you myself.
Well, I will say this, Amara. The thing is a little bit lighter, I think, because Kronk tried to chomp in and try to get some steaks out of it. And Kronk, this meat is rank. Like, it's not something you'd even want to cook, unless Manticore is a specialty that you wanted to get into.
I've got a spell for that.
If you want to actually have the meat, like, it doesn't have... Like, it almost seems like it's already spoiled, but you managed to get, like, a big chunk of it. I would say about 10 rations worth. But the meat itself is kind of spoiled. Maybe this creature was already sick.
Mara doesn't know where everybody is, so lightening it up, she's like, oh, wow! And she gets somewhere and starts pushing it into the others.
Aye, quit it, Amara. You're trying to push this thing on top of me. Quit it. As Surfik just kind of like chimes in. And the kobold just kind of like, good, you got rid of it. I'm going to go tell my leader. And do you go to keep up as your guide starts to leave you?
I don't think we should. We came down here with her help. I think we might get lost if we don't follow her.
There are no trees to count.
There are no trees to count.
Faustus will start rushing. Not wanting to get lost in this cave system.
Imara, I think they just wanted it dead. We can leave the carcass here to rot. Let's go. We're gonna lose our ride home. As Surfik tries to encourage you.
Wait, she said to take it all like 6 times.
Yeah, so what do you do?
Then set it on fire! Faustus calls back.
Don't know how to...
Hey.
Do I have any flint and steel?
I don't know. Did you have? You probably have an explorer's bag or something that has it, I believe. Most packs come with
Dungeoneer's pack. Yeah, she takes out a little tinder box. It's the tiny match.
Trying to light the leathery wings up of what's left of them.
She like lights its fur on fire and hopes it does something, and then runs after the others.
Roll me a D100 as you run away.
Oh gosh, hang on.
Alright, so you run away, thinking, alright, I lit it on fire like I was told, and you just leave. The camera pans back to where you guys were, and we see a small little fire. It sparks for a moment, and then it fizzles out instantly. A high number would have set the corpse on fire completely. But, yeah.
I'll head back and light a torch and light it on fire.
Roll me a D100. Alright, with that, you're able to kind of like catch it, and most of it starts to burn. It looks like it might try to cover it all, and you feel satisfied enough to leave it at that and leave before it gets too smoky. But, anything else? Alright, as you guys travel back following your guide, the camera pans back to the flames, and most of the carcass is cooked into, but a lot of the bone structure and bits of meat still remain as the blood or whatever kind of like put out the flames, as they kind of like enveloped it for a while, and then it just kind of like dissipates. But then we kind of like zoom back into you guys, and the guide is like leading you through, and then you kind of like make it back, and I just gotta remember the name of these kobolds because I gave them all some names and stuff. And then she brings you back into like what looks like a miniature throne room where Snaggle is on top of a little wooden throne. Well, did you get him? Yeah, they took it all. They took it all, and he is gone. Done, done, done. My traps were a success. Good, Shella. We shall get you a raise. Extra meat for you tonight. Yes, yes. I did good. Is there anything you guys want to do here? Otherwise, she will then lead you out.
Faustus would raise a finger, think about it, and then put his finger down.
And
We took Manticore for you guys, so you shouldn't be in any more danger.
yeah, so Snaggle like stands up and he walks up to you as you say that, or and is like he reaches out for your hand and starts shaking it furiously, and he's like, "Thank you so much for doing this for us. We needed all the help we could get. We lost 2 people already." And the whole time he is saying this to you, he is continuing to shake your hand. "And I am just so glad you were able to come here and help us. And my God, you're always going to be welcome here in this little cave of ours. So if you ever need help and anything like that, you come back and see us, and we'll do what we can to help you because you helped us." And like I said, he's still shaking your hand vigorously as he's just talking.
Well, we appreciate your help as well. Your hospitality will be appreciated, and it's always good to have allies in the new area.
Excellent. Well, if you need to stay and rest for a while, you can do so. Otherwise, Shella can lead you out. Do you guys want to stay and rest, or do you want to head on back?
It might be good to rest after an ordeal. Had a few fights.
So Faustus laments his clothing.
Would it be a long rest or a short rest?
Now it's going to be up to you guys.
Well, we're safe here.
I'll be sure that Scarlet would allow us lodging if it came to that.
Prefer kobolds over something that I do not fully understand.
Excellent. You can stay here with us all night tonight. We'll have a party in your name and celebrate everything that you've done, and Shella can tell us how her traps actually worked. Shella kind of like locks up a moment. It's like, you guys should probably go. That's Shella offering. You guys should probably go. But it's
Good
totally
to go whenever you guys are ready.
I would enjoy a long rest.
excellent. Then you can all stay here and have a long rest. I will show you some quarters. No, you know what? He claps his hands. Hawktooth, where the hell are you? You show these guys some quarters. I'm the leader. Do as I say. And you see this other kobold come out. He's kind of like slunking. Kind of like how we see Kronk. He's just not very fast. He just, one with taking his time, and he's like, follow me. Kind of like leads you guys down another tunnel. So you follow him. He slowly just travels along, dragging his feet. Unless you want Shella to follow with, she's going to be staying behind. But if that's it, Hawktooth will show you guys to like a room where you can pull up for the night. And we could probably call that a session for tonight.
Alright, before we have the long rest, I'm going to use my last spell slot to use Purify Food and Drink.
Absolutely. So yeah, I want to go ahead and let you guys have a chance to like round out everything you want to do before the long rest, and then we'll call that the session. I think this would be a good stopping point. That way Surfeit can come in, level up his character, and be caught up with you guys, and then we can all go from there next week. All right?
I'm gonna use my channel divinity to make a metal chest with some of the swords that I used as materials.
All right.
And I'm gonna make I'm gonna seal that tail in this metal case, and there's no opening to it.
Can you post that
So,
ability by
no
chance? Yeah, post your channel divinity just for sanity's sakes, and then yeah, I definitely see you doing this. That's perfectly fine. Anybody else doing anything before a long rest?
Is Faustus able to find the cleanest part of the room?
I mean, as clean as any other, yeah.
It just kind of like, just like brushes it off as best as he could with prestidigitation before sleeping for the night.
Yeah, easily done on the Forge domain. That's interesting. So we kind of like have two tinkerers in the party.
Yeah, so it has no way of being broken into because no lock, no opening system. So it's like it.
All right, so you kind of like craft this around there. I mean, if somebody really wanted to, they would have to try to break the material.
Exactly, that's the point.
Right, totally get it. All right, cool. Yeah, absolutely. You can seal that thing away in like what, a cylinder, or do you want an actual chest?
I'm gonna just make it like a rectangular box.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, perfect. All right.
And Kronk will cook up enough manticore meat for everyone.
So after purifying the meat, he cooks up the manticore, and it is good to eat. Let's see, any other...
Faustus kind of eyes it like, there aren't even any plates.
And Mara doesn't eat either. In fact, she's going to spend the rest of everybody's long rest just kind of crafting up her little reindeer until it's perfect, and using the remaining time, she's going to start drawing carving cave pictures on the walls about like, and they look like her drawing skills compared to her sculpting skills are vastly different.
Nice.
Her drawing skills look like look, this is me, and these are my friends, and this is the big bad manticore, and this is how we killed it, and...
Oh, mercy. Give me a dexterity check for like how well you draw, and see how much of an impression you're artistic, no matter
Would
how...
that be...
Huh?
Yes, it's a low roll!
Yeah, oh, okay, so it's a bunch of scribbles of like stick figures and stuff like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like a child's drawing on like a cave.
Absolutely. And who knows, it might actually add to the appeal of this section. But you guys spend time with the kobolds, and if you want, we will definitely roleplay this out next week, but eventually you'll be able to take a long rest, no problem, and resume your adventure next week, Monday at 7 p.m. Central here at ChaoticCalling.tv and whatever. Yeah. So, yeah. There you go, guys. Good game tonight. That was actually a lot of fun. I hope you had fun as well.
Yeah, it was fun.
Cool. Well, anyway, I will just go ahead and let everybody know next week. Okay, this week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. If you're interested in doing Curse of Strahd, DM me first. That way I have a list. And unfortunately, I don't want my Monday characters to be a part of Wednesday. Just kind of like keep things separate. But if you're interested in Curse of Strahd, make sure you're part of our Discord community. And then just send me a DM. We could talk. We're going to have an interview Wednesday night at 7. And if I don't have enough applicants, I will then reach out to other sources, and then we'll pick up some new players, which will be great. Also, you can join us Friday at 4 p.m. Central, where we have our open roleplay. So if you want to join in on our random shenanigans on that day, we actually got a storyline going. We can meet Robant, a young girl who has been blessed by the fire god Ironforge for whatever reason, and we can follow her path as she's like joined the group. And it's just an escort mission to keep her alive and teach her how to be a rogue. Then you can join us again Monday, 7 p.m. for this campaign, and Thursday at 6 p.m. we're still doing Harrowhelm, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so join us for that as well, because that's a lot of fun. And I look forward to being a player, as always. And then if anybody in the Discord wants to join in on that too, all they have to do is send a message to either me or you, and then we could talk whether or not they can join or not. But other than that, it's a lot of new material being used and being played. So if you want to be a part of the Discord, our community, I welcome you to it. Well, with that, why don't you guys say goodnight to Twitch?
Ciao, bye.
Have a nice
Night.
night, buddy.
It
See you
died.
tonight.
It died in the hands of a little girl. Yes, that is so right. All right, and with that, thank you for joining us. And do you hear the calling? Because if you do, we will try to raid somebody so that you can get more of those cookie clusters. So hang on for that, and thank you for coming by.